Main thing is the torment of your friend as he watches while I rip and cut and mutilate innocent his friends, and again and again and on and on. He is inside with us. He will never get away. His pain won't end.
Yo, wake up, walk around, go to sleep, murder. Staying up, falling down on my knees. Further, got a girl chilling on my mind. Pervert, tangled in the web with tight binds. Heard her. I don't really wanna, but I'll do it if I have to. Fucking really wasn't on my mind when I snatched you. All that I was thinking in the moment when I grabbed you is how you gonna taste and I beat you and you like cash. Also be the sickest with my dick in the fit to the dirt. I make it squirt a little after I'm the baddest cannibal from here to hell and fucking back again. Bring an avalanche of blood to flood the fucking planet in. And you wouldn't wanna see me creeping in the late night in this mood. And you wouldn't wanna be me tripping on the shit that I could show you fools. Bet you wouldn't wanna see me covered in your blood when I'm dancing in the nude. Picking beef on my teeth from a neck that I bit like a piece of great food. Do you wanna see a flood of blood up on the walls and me hear you motherfuckers scream, let's go kill shit? Do you wanna hear the screaming echo down the halls and me hear you motherfuckers scream, let's go kill shit? Fucking with the killer like you got big balls, shit'll make a motherfucker scream, let's go kill shit. Chainsaw rip when I split through y'all, cut your body till the damn thing stalls, cause I kill shit. How can you survive inside of all that I've been saying? You just laughing like a harlequin, a jackass with the brain, just hacking while I'm cackling like jackals built for battling. The clambered up the bed and bit your ass while you were rambling. I shamble like a corpse and come from hell up in my revelry. Everybody thought that I was Satan for my devilry. Man, I wouldn't blame him. I've been dipped in pride and wickedness. I won a staring contest in a match with the abyss. Every single time I close my eyes, I'm seeing corpses filled with evil forces, so I cannot ignore this. Feeling in my head that maybe you should be eviscerated. Hang out at your grave until you're dead and desecrated. I'm elated when your head is straight, chilling on a plate, bitch. Hate me when I'm dead, I stay killing like it's sacred. Places that I take you ain't nobody ever made it. Out alive, they stay inside my oven and they bake in.
Only little things. Nothing. 17 of them, Father. The first was that waitress near Candlestick Park. I cut her throat and watched her bleed. She bled a great deal. It's a problem that I'm working on, Father. All this bleeding.
For neighbors I labored on gory for hours and change, and for 50 devoured with lemons to sour and sauces to marinate. Entire families fed me for days. I'm then led to riots, now bow down and die for your highness. I'm NGS.
Hey, what up, buddy?
What up?
Good, y'all. How goes it?
It goes. How you been?
Doing okay. Doing decent. Just chilling. I was just wrapping up dinner, and then I had a surprise bathroom attack that I had to deal with real quick, and now we're here. So I apologize for my tardiness.
Oh no, you're good, bro.
Yeah, man. How y'all been doing?
Oh, getting by.
Yeah.
Getting by, maintaining, trying to hold it together. Digging them Beatles glasses you're wearing in that dark ass room, like a true vampire.
You know,
a true creature of the night.
A true Kim Dracula, as they say.
Oh, sure.
You're my favorite Kim Dracula. Fuck the other guy.
Thank you. I appreciate that. He's doing his thing. He's doing his thing.
Hey, the live performance is fresh from Kim Dracula. Listening into it in the car, not the same.
I like, yeah, no hate. It just hasn't been something that caught my ear to where I'm like playing it all the time and shit. But no, he did a killer job at the gathering, and yeah, man, I can see
Yeah,
that
that
could go
was my
far.
first time ever heard of that dude. I didn't even know who he was, but
That was my second time seeing him because my wife loves Kim Dracula. And there's a couple songs I really like, but we saw him at Welcome to Rockville. And I'll just say when he has the budget for the theatrics, it's even better than it was at the gathering. And that's kind of turned me on. Like, I might not like all your shit, but your stage performance, the theatrics, the shit you do, I give you props for that because that's the craft right there. Anybody, a lot of rappers can get on stage and pace around with a mic, but like if you're doing a whole bunch of other shit, you know what I mean? And that catches the eye, kind of like your music videos, NGS.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, man. Like I liked people put him on a show and stuff, and even Kim Dracula, I won't ride his nuts too hard for too long, but like, yeah, I checked a couple of his videos out and they're very kinetic and like fast, and there's all sorts of crazy shit going on, and the way he switches his flow up and his sound throughout it, like it's pretty neat actually. So I'm sure if I dug a little further, I might actually find some shit that I really like. But yeah, man, I like when people put on a show. That's some of my favorite people, some of my favorite artists. It's like, and I was talking to somebody about this online. It's like, to me, I mean, with music, it does come down to the music. Like if I like how it sounds, like that's the most important part, because that's why I'm listening to it. The rest is set dressing. But if a motherfucker's got a real cool set, like ICP obviously, or Guar or Rammstein, like those are just like the three that always come to my mind when it comes to like these motherfuckers put on a cool looking show that like
yeah, Rammstein's insane.
I've always wanted to see them. I fucked up when they came through and I didn't get to catch them last time they came to the US. So I hope they have it in them to do another tour.
I just found out a couple days ago, I was this old when I found out that Gore has a podcast.
No shit, really?
Yeah. Just a few days ago, I was in a YouTube wormhole. And yeah, Gore has a podcast where they're in costume podcasting and doing stuff. I was like, that's pretty dope.
That's pretty fucking cool. Oh, what up to the cats that said what up to in the chat? How you doing, chat? It's good to be back. I've taken a bit of a hiatus from doing podcasts and such for a little bit, but it's good to talk. It's good to.
You working on some new music or what?
Yeah, man, that's definitely what I've been doing. Fear Food, the song that y'all just played, it's gonna be on the EP that I got coming out, the Fear Food EP. So that's the title track, as it were. Yeah, that's been the big thing I've been working on lately. It's been coming together good. Like I tell people, the quick history on it. I worked at Chiba Hut in Madison with this cat named Free Food who does EDM music, and he made some really cool beats that he tossed my way and was like, "Hey, take a crack at these." The first one was Fear Food, and I fucking loved it. And then he kept sending me stuff, and then now I got gloves on, and now yeah, so now he sent me a bunch of stuff, and it's going to be an 8-track EP. 6 of the tracks he did the beats for, and then I have 2 bonus tracks on there, tying up some loose ends. I think this is going to be a good jumping off point for like the next generation, the next gen sickness, as it were, as I try to evolve and level up every time. And I think I definitely did some cool shit. I tried singing a little bit, not like nothing crazy, but like I'm just trying to, be a little more harmonic, not just rapping the whole fucking time. I don't know. I'm my own best critic. I'm hoping people will really like it. A lot of these songs I've only busted out at shows. Like there's not a lot of sneak peeks or clips out there or anything like that. The last show I did of 2024, the Bury the Living 19, was a great show. I think I did Fear Food, and then the rest of the set, it was like 4 tracks, but still the rest of it was all new shit that people hadn't heard before, and the response was great, and I was super happy about that. There's finally, I think I have a song that I think people could maybe mosh to, which I'm fucking happy about. It's been too long. I'm like, people can move to some of my music, but I'm like, this one actually has a hook that I think people will be able to fucking bounce around to and fuck some shit up, so that'll be fun. But yeah, man, I'm hella excited for this, and I'm excited for what comes next. Like I said, I'm my biggest critic, so it's hard for me to be like, I don't want to say I'm too real, but you know me, I'm like, yeah, it's cool. It's like I know all the problems, but I hope people fuck with it, and I hope people like it.
Now, is it like EP of just straight up you, or do you got some features on it?
No, it's just me. I've made, what am I at? This will be my 5th project, I think, that I've done. They're all kind of EPs, all about a half hour long. And across all 5 of those, I think I've only had one person feature on my shit. He's like one of my best friends on St. Ink Street. He was on Wasps, Wiz Kid, Wiz the KID. Nobody else. It's all just been me. Like, not that I didn't want people, but it's just the way it usually tends to be. Like, I'll try to come up with something and then I'll think like, oh, this would be cool if I had somebody on it. And then I don't know, I just kind of end up finishing it. Like, I like hopping on other people's stuff. But with my own albums, as of now, it's kind of just been me. And yeah, I think I've had the idea to try to make some more shit with people, like do like a feature album or something like that. Cause I mean, 1, it would be less work, but you know, 2, I do have like a bunch of people I want to work with.
Can you name a few of those that you want to try to get on, like your higher up list? Obviously, there's like the normal juggalo like list up there at the top, but like,
did you say like who would I want to like do music?
Yeah, like your dream collabs, not like just juggalo rappers. Your high tier, what you hope to hit one day.
I mean,
like, who's your top 5 you got for that? You got anybody in mind besides ICP or Twisted or stuff? You know, the big juggalo artists.
Yeah, sure. I mean, them obviously, specifically with ICP. Sorry, but I have to say the gold with them would be to be on a Joker's card. Like fuck just a feature. I want to be on a Joker's card someday. Doubt it'll ever happen, but I would love that. Tech 9 would be great, but he's so out of my atmosphere that it's like, I don't know if that'll ever happen, but who knows, you know? More realistic ones, or like, I don't know, like Twisted Insane. A lot of these people I just list as like people I've been inspired by, but that's because that's who I want to do shit with. Like some of those far-fetched ones, because I don't know if I could get them. Twisted Insane, Cage, Brother Lynch Hung, Tech, you know, some of the other kind of like Hobson, maybe. I don't fucking know. I've been listening to Sag My Pants again. More realistic ones, like that I feel like are almost out of my scope from where I am, but they're, I feel like I could get on a track with them, and I would be honored if they asked me. I don't ever want to pay people for collabs. I'm sorry, I'm going all over the place. I don't want to pay people for collabs. I don't ever want to do that, like the Andro Domini beats or whatever, where you pay for an Eminem verse or some shit. Like, I don't want to do that. I want people to ask me to be on their music. And what up, Swill? And I think the Long Live Evil people, I like would love to be on an AXE track. I'd love to be on a Sun track. Fucking Fun Time Guys.
I think you and SON would kill shit.
Dog, I would love that. That would be so fucking fresh. And you know, I fit in with all the acronyms over there anyway. Like, I'm NGS, they're SON, SFFTG, fucking AXE. Come on, just keep me. Let me roll with y'all. And Clockwork Heat. I would love with them, obviously.
Since you are the Juggalo Kim Dracula, maybe Tech 9 would not be that far out of reach, since Kim Dracula and Tech 9 have already collabed together.
Have they?
Holy yes. Shit. The song "What We Hungry and Thirsty," one of the newer albums. Tech 9 will just realize talent and then choose to do a feature with you. I don't think you can really buy on to many of Tech 9's tracks.
No, he has to notice you. Like, that's what I'm just working towards, is trying to get noticed by people more. Like, shit, there's so many people I'm thinking of. Like, it just made me think of Insane Poetry, because I've like done a couple shows with him, and like whenever we see each other now, he's like, "What up?" And it's so cool to have been recognized by somebody that's been doing this shit since the fucking beginning. And like, that ain't nothing to me. And like, I would love to do some shit with him and maybe some of the other LSP people. I just want to, like, I don't know. I just want to keep grinding and doing my shit. I know my music doesn't sound the best because I'm producing it myself, but like, I hope people fuck with it. I hope people fuck with the lyrics. I keep wanting to make cool music videos, and I just want to see who fucks with it, because I want to earn these collabs. I want people to be down with what I'm doing and be like, that guy's fresh. Let's put him on a track, because that in a corny way, there's more honor to that to me than just like, I bought my way onto this feature. Like, and also I'm a broke motherfucker. So, you know, I know how it goes though. Like, if the opportunity came up, like I think I hit up Cage a few years ago. It was just curious what it would take. And, you know, he tossed me a number. Didn't have it then, but I was like, I kept it in my mind because I fucking love Cage. And I was like, I would love to do a track with him, you know? Yeah, so I don't know. I gotta keep figuring some shit out. But yeah, like a lot of the underground cats, you know what I mean? Mostly them. That's who I gravitate towards within this genre. Like, yeah. Sorry, I'm a rambler. Y'all, I'm a fucking rambler.
Well, I'm excited for this new drop because you said you're experimenting, and the way to get features and collabs and get recognized is growing and expanding. Now I'm kind of curious though, because you said the guy who made the beats does mainly EDM. Is there some EDM or houses elements in the new drop or anything in that
I
field?
mean, like,
or is it straight horrorcore?
I don't know if it's straight horror. I mean, like, the more I keep thinking about it, like, it's definitely like themes like it is seemingly themed like a horrorcore album with the name and several of the tracks and stuff like that. But honestly, the more I think about it, like, I have like the 2 intro tracks are fairly like, I don't know, wicked shit. I'll talk about having nightmares and stuff, and one of them's just a dope intro. But then I have like a song that's about like kind of calling out shit that's been bothering me in the juggalo scene and stuff. Like, I don't specifically say it, but I do kind of get at what upsets me and like why I like do it. It's kind of a it's kind of a response to, like, I don't know. I've had people come at me for like the wicked shit I do, not necessarily juggalos or underground cats, but like, you know, local people around here. They hear the stuff and they're like weirded out by it, and they think I'm like some asshole, you know, who really like shooting people or killing people. And it's like, it's just horror movie music shit, right? And I like doing it, so I'm trying to respond to that. I got Fear Food, obviously, which is just, it kind of goes against that. It's just me straight up eating people. But then, you know, I got another song that's kind of more personal, because everybody tells me I don't get fucking real, and I tried, and not that I didn't. I actually did a good job. I'm excited for that one. I get a little soulful on it. I fucking sing a little bit, you know, it's fucking fresh. I finally dig it. People who have heard that song, that's finally getting dropped. People have been asking me about it for years because I've been playing it for years, and it just, I never recorded it or did anything yet, but it got recorded, and it's going to be on this one. People love that one, and that one, there's like a part towards the end where I do a thing, and every time I've done it on stage, I tried rapping it fast. And then this time when I recorded it, I was like, let me try actually like flowing with this and grooving with it. And again, trying to like kind of sing it a little different. And it sounded so much better. And I'm like, look, man, it might be taking me 5 albums to try to figure this shit out, but I love music, and I love trying to learn about how to make better music, because, you know, I know juggalos love to hate on the mainstream, and I do too. But you gotta fucking recognize that pop music is popular for a fucking reason, because it sounds good. I don't give a shit. Prince is fucking great sounding. Fuck your mother. Prince probably did. And you know what I'm saying? So I want to try to like find things from other genres and things that I enjoy, and try to learn like what makes these things work. What makes this shit good, you know?
Well, like a lot of my non-juggalo friends, if I play some super famous Fun Time guys or some Clockwork E, they love it because of the different elements in the sounds of their beats and shit. Yeah. Especially when it comes to Clockwork E, because they do that like soul funk type beats and shit, and like disco type shit. And all my non-juggalo friends go, "This is juggalo shit." I'm like, "Yeah," and they're like, "I could actually listen to this, but I don't care for ICP." And I'm like, well, there's so many juggalo artists or juggalo adjacent, or even artists that are in metal bands that are juggalos, right? And then people just don't know about it. And I'm like, here you go, here's info. And they're like, oh, I never knew that. You know what I mean?
Oh, totally. There's so many people at my job that I turned on to Juggalo Penis by Clockwork, and they're like, this song actually fucking slaps. I'm like, I know, right? Like, it's not just some like, oh, it's juggalo shit. It's like, this is a good song. And I fucking love that. I love that they're doing that funk disco shit. I'm like, please, more of that. I'll be rolling around listening to the Bee Gees now and then. Like, fuck off, man. This shit's fucking great. So I want to hear more of that, because I think, and it's a discussion that, you know, as somebody that raps in this community, it's the whole juggalo rapper thing, or like, are you a juggalo who is a rapper, or are you a juggalo? Like that whole fucking discussion. It's like, maybe we should just be paying attention to who's making good sounding music, and like, who gives a fuck, like what they're, because I don't know, like, and I've said this before, like, you know, if somebody's just talking about like juggalo shit, it's just not my favorite topic of music. Like, it's certainly, it can be fine, but like the things that drew me in were always like the weird, dark, horror inspired shit, or like, you know, the crazy stories and mystical stuff. Like to me, that I'm a nerd. Like that shit always got me, and I wanted to hear that kind of stuff, or like clever wordplay, or you know, just I don't know, just a little more. And I don't feel enough people are doing that, and they try to skate a little too much on Juggalo themes and ideas. And
all my favorite underground artists are either lyrical or they talk about emotional and mental shit. They go deeper. Like how many times out of 30 years have you heard somebody rap strictly Juggalo shit? It's been done so many times. I like hearing shit that comes from people's soul. You know what I mean? Whether it's like a dark fantasy they're having, or it's some real life shit, or you know, storytelling, you know what I mean, from front to back, like how you do is storytelling kind of with some of these songs.
Hey, what up, y'all?
What up, Luke?
How goes it, man?
Luke,
I got new shit in the back that I want to have in frame, but
Fuck
I'm
yeah,
not
bro.
trying to interrupt. What's up?
No problem, man. It's good to see you, buddy. Hell yeah. We just talking about the, you know, what the shit, the art, as it were. Yeah, man. I mean, like, I still will roll a tear to fucking ICP and Twisted songs. I don't give a shit. This stuff makes me emotional, and it's what, you know. Music is such a wide range of shit and feelings, as my stony ass can, like, just try to fucking simplify it all to that. Like, shit.
Well, I mean, you got the theatrics, you got the video, you got the storytelling. Like to me, like you're not just a Juggalo rapper, you're an actual artist. You know what I mean? That there's a big difference, you know.
Yeah, like I always figured it's like, if anybody was like, oh, like, not that anybody said this, but it's like, oh, he writes to cater to Juggalos. It's like, no, I just write, and I know Juggalos will fuck with it because I fuck with what Juggalos fuck with, and that's just how it goes. I don't know. Yeah, right. Like, I don't know. A lot of this has been on my mind because of all the crazy, weird shit that's been popping up on like those gathering groups online lately.
You kind of look like Ozzy with the shades on.
Oh hell yeah! I've gotten Ozzy comparisons. I got the John Lennons.
A real young Ozzy, or Beatles with the glasses, or yeah.
It's fresh.
Thank you. No, I love rocking these things.
I used to have a pair.
Will you bring a fake bat filled with blood and bite it off during your performance to mock Ozzy? Because that would be fucking hilarious, bro.
That would be pretty fucking good.
Get a rock song with an Ozzy type beat in the background for a rap song, and then fucking bite a head off of a bat during a set. That'd be fucking great.
Hell yeah.
Recorder over Malone's parts in that song they did together.
Which one?
Fucking Post Malone and Ozzy did a song together. Just
yeah, I
Post
forgot.
Malone versus.
Yeah, I'll bring Post Malone to the gathering myself if I have to. Damn it.
I'm trying.
He needs to gather.
Funny. Yeah, you know something? Like, I don't even like listen to his music. Like, I couldn't honestly tell you a song by him. I've heard songs and I'm like, oh, that was Post Malone. I liked that. I think it's funny when people get all butthurt about like, when people are like, he should go to the gathering. They're like, fuck that. Fuck Post. I'm like, why wouldn't you want to see that? Like, this guy wants to show us love. Like,
yeah, and
let him do it. Like, he's putting on shows that are so fucking. I mean, I don't know what his shows look like. I'm just guessing because he's a pop star.
Arenas.
Arenas, they're huge, screaming girls.
Exactly. Like, just fuck it. Why not?
He's had pictures in Juggalo clothing forever. He knows all about the culture. To me, it's no different than Vanilla Ice, except for Vanilla Ice actually dropped an album with Psychopathic Records. You know what I mean? Like, I would bet money he'll probably be there in 2025. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did he ever drop that album?
Yes, he did. It was called WTF.
Really? Okay.
And it was on Psychopathic Records, and it was it was Hatchet House or a Psychopathic release, and it was fucking good. The whole album was fucking amazing.
I remember when he got signed, and I was like, okay, I want to hear what he does, and I never heard it. So
it was like a purple, pinklish album. It was called WTF.
Okay. I thought
And
it
he
was funny.
did, and it had some hard juggalo shit, and he had some real shit, and he had some goofy shit, and it was fucking a good album. And I was very surprised, and I was like, this is right now when I fuck with Rob Van Winkle, aka Mr. Vanilla Ice.
Right.
You know,
I'll say two things about Vanilla Ice. One, his set at the Gathering a couple years ago was like one of the best sets that I saw that year for some reason. Like, and I know I was tripping when I saw it.
a couple of years ago, it had to be longer than that.
No, well, I mean, a couple of, yeah, at this point, because it was 2021. And I was tripping, and DJ Paul went on right before him, and that shit fucked me up. I did not understand what was happening. I don't think he did either, but I was tripping. And then Vanilla Ice comes on and just tears the shit up, and I was like, wow, that was way better than had any right to be. And the other thing that I think is funny about Vanilla Ice, not that the first thing was funny, but the thing I think is funny is that I've seen him a couple times, like on those like house flipping shows he does, and I swear I've seen him rocking the Hatchet Man chain, and I'm like,
he does.
Like, does anybody else see that? I'm like,
I think he has I do believe he has a tattoo on his leg, a Joker's card or a Hatchet Man or something. He is up. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's no different with Post Malone. He fucks with the culture. He's been a part of culture maybe longer than any of us know, and he openly wears the gear. So why would you hate if he came to? Because they ain't got the money. They're not gonna pay the money for that act to come. So if they're showing love, it's
Yeah,
Vanilla Ice and Post sell out arenas. If they're coming to play the Gathering, that's showing love.
I've wondered that.
I mean, Vanilla Ice, he might get like a Rakim, type crowd now.
I think if he did a Welcome Back tour, he would sell out stadiums.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Probably, yeah.
Just saying.
Oh, he probably would, yeah.
And I think the Juggalos would fucking love him back, honestly.
Oh yeah, Juggalos fuck with him.
When all our parents start to die off, then maybe Vanilla Ice wouldn't sell arenas anymore. But I'm sorry, anybody from their 40s to their 80s still knows Vanilla Ice these days, and that's gonna draw a crowd.
They'll do the Ice Ice Baby. That's for fucking sure. Shit, who was I thinking of? Oh, this made me think too when you said the Post Malone thing of how he has rocked the shirts repeatedly. Like, it's so funny that people want to say this shit about Drake. Like, they want to bring him up. It's like, dude, he wore a Riddle Box jersey once, or no, a fucking Ringmaster jersey once. Yeah, and I'm like,
one time.
Post Malone's been rocking shirts left and right, and this motherfucker just post up in a fucking I don't know. Don't get me started on Drake. I'm a Drake hater.
I don't even want to start on Drake because all the Diddy drama and the other Kendrick beefs with him and all the other stuff going on. Don't want to get in that topic, but I don't listen to nor support Drake after everything I've heard, seen, and don't know what to believe. I'm good. I'm good.
Drake is a pedo, so yeah, I mean, fuck him. I can agree with that.
Yeah, I'm good.
I was Team Kendrick.
Oh yeah, Kendrick. Look, Kendrick for a mainstream artist is so lyrical and versatile. Like, he is different than anything else that has came out in the past 10 years. I completely love Kendrick.
Good Kid, Mad City. That album is fucking impeccable. I fucking love that shit so much. And there's so many other Kendrick songs too that I really fuck with. Like, just I don't know. On like a hip hop music level, it's fucking great shit, man.
So, is there any certain inspirations you pulled from other artists for this new album coming out? I'm kind of curious. Any elements you played with?
Shit. Kind of like I said, like some of the singing stuff, trying to just like groove and put a little more melody on it. Like, I've been listening to a lot of stuff that isn't just like underground hip hop lately, and like I said, I've been trying to pull some inspiration from these things, tonally, as it were. Subject matter, there's definitely some stuff that like I said, I still run Wicked. I can't help it. But fuck, I had a thought and I just lost it. Shit. Whoop. Nope. Oh, well, that'll give me a thing to say. When I said something about tying up loose ends on this album, there's a couple tracks where I'm like using verses from things that were like old tracks. Like the intro is like a verse I had from a collab that I kind of wanted to reuse. The last track is a remix of a collab that I did and have now rescinded my desire to have been collabed with such a person. And then the second verse is actually going to be my Juggalo Cypher verse. because I always intended for that to be a solo. Actually, that was supposed to be a collab track with a local cat named Freddie the King, and then I was going to do it with somebody else, and then never worked out, and then drama. So now this song I'm calling The Ninth Circle is a recycling of these things, and finally being able to put to rest to these things. Like I said, this will be kind of like I'm trying to close a chapter here. I'm using up some things, and yeah, we're trying to move on and move on to different sounds, different styles. You know, whatever comes next comes next.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but expect the cool shit, some good verses. I don't know. It's about half an hour. It's good. I think it's cool.
So, are you going to be dropping this pre-gathering, and you got any like videos you're planning on shooting beforehand or to go with it, or
I should think so for sure. I'm trying to see if I can get it done by the end of February. Knowing me, that's the fucking high order. So let's say March. Let's be very generous and say maybe April. But yes, before the gathering, that's for fucking sure. I didn't want to drop this at the beginning of the year like I did my last album because nobody fucking heard about it, and that's fine. Go listen to St. Nick Street. It's a great album wherever you can stream it.
Yeah.
But yeah, this time I want to definitely not just, drop it at the ass end of the year and try to, get a little more promo about it beforehand and let people know, hey, it's coming. If you like my shit, stay tuned and then listen to it, please, a lot. And I hope you like it. But yeah, I certainly want to shoot some videos for it too. At least 2. Like I need to have more music videos. I was really happy to work with the guy that I did before, Seabiscuit Films. He did a great fucking job on Fear Food. I loved it. So I need to get my hair redone. My roots are starting to grow out a little bit, and I want to maybe change the cut up a little bit. I'm still keeping the long hair, but I need to do that. I need to think of some ideas and figure which songs I want to shoot videos for. I got a couple in mind for sure. Like I think the one where I'm talking about my issues with the fucking scene, food poisoning. That one I think I want to shoot one for sure. But yeah, I need to have some videos because like they say, Jump Steady likes to see that shit, especially if you want to perform. And I'm hoping they're gonna ignore that I performed at the Ship of Fools and just be like, hey, yeah, get them on. And yeah, what up, Cash? That's right. I'm coming for those ear holes. Damn it! I'm fucking gonna cream pie your ears with my delicious music.
My ear holes are anxious.
Oh yeah. I need to like speed up my process, and I think I've learned a lot this time too, like in terms of mixing and what I'm trying to look for in my sound. Like I remember I swear I read some shit somewhere, and it's not a rule to live by, but somebody made a post that like people don't give a fuck the quality of the music necessarily. Like every other aspect has to, I don't know, kind of balance out. And I'm like, so what, we're just gonna, it's just gonna fly that people can have shit production, and it's like, well, not necessarily, but also people don't completely fucking care about it and obsess over it. So I'm like, well, shit, as long as my lyrics sound good and the beats aren't, covered up or muddled or anything like that, fuck it. I'll put it out and see what happens. Like I know I ain't got the money to get it ultra mastered at some crazy studio, and my skills are as skillful as they can get, and I'm trying to learn to do more, but fuck it. I don't know. My forte is writing. It's not mixing and mastering, but I'll do my damnedest.
Hey, if it sounds good enough and clear enough and the subs are hitting in the car, I'll give anything a listen. You know what I mean? It's that
right.
Making sure the audio's on point, you know what I mean? Like,
oh, for sure. You tell them, Cash. And yeah, everybody listens on to shit. Like people listen on their phones. They listen with shitty little AirPods. Like they listen in their cars. So it's like, if you can kind of make it sound good and get the point across. And it's like, what is my point? My point is kind of the lyrics. Like I said, like not to be like a snob, but it's like, that's what I like to focus on. That's the most fun I have, is coming up with shit lyrically. And, that's what I want to keep experimenting with and try new things. And so as long as that gets across to me, like that's the important part. If I was a rock band, I'd probably want the rock music to be more partial to it, or I don't fucking know.
As a rock and metalhead, like the lyrics are still pretty fucking important. You know what I mean? And definitely in hip hop, the lyricism is important. You know what I mean? Like the mumble shit. the mumble
forefront,
rap's trash, the ABC rap and rhyming the same word, and you know that stuff gets old, you know, and even like shitty quality of music. Like I remember like when I first heard Boondocks, and I went and found his Turncoat Dirty Stuff at underneath Southern Hustlers Incorporated. Really shitty quality, but their lyricism on there, they fucking murdered every fucking track. Him and those couple people he rapped with, and I loved it. And it didn't sound the greatest quality, but them lyrics and them bass hits, I was like, I can fuck with this.
Yeah, you know, it kind of helps a little bit to like take the pressure off when I know what I have to work with. It's like, obviously I'm not going to just let it sound like garbage, but like there's clearly a threshold where it's like people are okay with this, you know, and it's fine. Like there's classic albums I've listened to, or like albums that are mixed compilations of like unreleased shit, and it's like, well, yeah, that's hardly mixed, or it's like very simply mixed, and it's like I still love it. So why can't I do the same thing, you know? And it's like I know people in our scene that I can't even listen to some of their fucking music, but people still love it. And it's like, cool, you know, shit. I know where the bar is and I aim a little higher.
Now, how many times have you played The Gathering?
Officially twice. If we're talking like the flow battles and the peep your shit stages, 5-ish, I think. Wait, when was this? I've been going since 2018 as an adult. 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24. 6. Holy shit, I forgot. I've forgotten how many times I've gathered. I've gathered 8 times. Twice when I was a teenager. So yeah, fucking 6 times. I don't know.
What's the wildest thing you've seen while performing?
While performing? I think maybe during one of like the rap battles, some shit kept getting thrown up on the stage, and like that was pretty, like people were throwing hot dogs and an octopus and shit like that. So that was pretty fun to see while I was performing. Shit, I don't know. I'd be too anxious and into it, and like I gotta remember my lines. I gotta do all this stuff to like the crowd. I kind of tune them out a little bit. Not really, you know, obviously like I feed on that energy that they give me, but like I'm so like in here, like I gotta do this. I gotta do, you know, do the lines and all the deliveries cool and all that shit. And my anxiety does kind of get to me, which is why I do rock the glasses sometimes, because it's easier to perform when you can't see people. You can't see if they're not liking it or not. I mean, I don't know. I go into every situation thinking, I know this is very far from your question, but it's where I'm going with it. I go into most of these things just like expecting people not to like my shit, whether it's they're listening to it or watching the video or watching me perform. I'm just like, they're gonna hate it. And if they don't, that's fucking incredible. Like, cause I don't know. I don't have a high opinion of myself because I don't, you gotta,
it was a pretty dope set.
Huh? Oh, thank you, man. Yeah, dude, my set last year I had fun doing, and the turnout was great. I couldn't believe I looked out and I saw like so many people. I was like, that's fucking cool, man. Like from 2023 to 2024, like the crowd growth was fucking so cool. I'm like, there's people that actually wanted to see my performance, and that's just still a trip to me, man. Like, I don't know, like I just do my music. I hope people like it, and the fact that people do still blows me away. Like, it really does. I really appreciate the love that people show me. It's fucking great. And that show, thank you, man. That set was going to be really special because this was the first time I tried doing visuals. And everybody that knows the story, I like had visuals for the fucking thing. And the guy that was running the
yeah, he couldn't get it on.
Dog, he fucked it up. I'm like, you had one job. You just had to hit play. Yeah. And then even in the middle of the set, when I was trying to be like, okay, the set is at this time frame, fucking cue it up and hit play. Like, dude, it was so yeah. So that I'm clearly still a little salty about it, despite how the set went and it was a good time. I just really would have loved that because it was something I worked hard on, and we'll see, man. I'm gonna try to do it again wherever I can now. But yeah, otherwise I had a great fucking time. It was like I said, the love was great. And I hope I can come back and do second stage at least. Because I thank you to my fans that say you should be on main. I love you. I'm not ready. Nobody think like I don't even think I'm ready for not in like I'm not prepared because I've done it once as a collab, but like I'm not made stage material. I know I'm not personally. That's maybe I'm just being humble or modest or stupid.
You're being humble and modest.
Listen, I think there's main stage potential. I think if you got some homies, some crew, and did some like theatrics that go along kind of with how your music videos do and the songs, you would be a killer act for main stage. But you got to have them homies, that crew, and some ideas and make, because your videos are already an art, your lyrics are already an art. You tell stories. You just need the people to enact for you, which takes some work and some solid people,
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
fucking with you.
I've like tried to think about it and try to think like, yeah, what cool kind of stage shit can I do? Like, because I always thought it'd be cool if I had like a haunted house on stage and shit, like kind of like what they used to do for the Hollow Wicked shows, like just body parts everywhere and stuff.
Or do you remember the American Psycho tour? How Twisted had like that mental ward set up with like bloody padded walls.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah, you know,
people
like I love shit like that.
People in stray jackets and people in nursing outfits and dead organs, and you reach in like a fake dead body on stage, pull out an organ, bite it in the middle. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Doing some crazy shit like that goes with kind of some of your music. Like,
yeah. Like that's what I've seen SON do shit like that. He had like a whole, it was like like an art piece. It was a whole performance. And I know it's like a ritual kind of is his theme of how he does things, but it's like that's so inspirational, and that's so dope to see people doing shit like that. Like it's yeah, like more of that, please. It's like, you know, people want to talk about like Isham popping out the casket. It's like as simple as that is. Yes, give me more of that. Give me that, you know, and I want to do that too. So I just got to figure out what way I can do that and add to it. But I've gotten a lot of love from people over the last couple of years. Like I made a post recently about just the momentum over the last few years, and it's so remarkable just to, you know, like from a couple years ago, people buying a shirt at a show to like several people buying shirts and then coming back to shows wearing them. Like that fucks me up. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. I'm doing a little something, you know. It's slowly but surely I'm working on it, and I hope this year I've made something of an influence, an impact on our scene particularly, so that people can email in and be like, yo, bring this guy back, give him his shot, put him in front of people because he's doing cool shit. And I hope Fear Food shows a little bit of that. It's like, it's not all wicked shit, but it's me. I'm fucking trying. I'm fucking trying here, y'all. This shit is fucking shit, bro. Yeah. I don't know. I've been all over the place. Like, so my headline, Mr. Anxiety, is yes. Aside from like, dude, this winter shit, this fucking sunset at 4:00. Fuck this. It's bumming me out. It's depressing. I haven't been talking to anybody. I've been just, you know, working and then staying home and just stressed out. And then when it comes to the music shit, it's like, I don't know, dude. I'm trying to work on this album, but there's tours, there's shows popping up, there's merch I should be working on and investing in. It's like, it's all so much that I'm like, I don't know how to do all this or how to stay focused. It's like, cause I'm still like, you know, trying to just relax after a week of work and figure all this shit out and pay bills and pay merch and all this. And I know I got people that could help me with stuff, and I'm just scared to reach out because I don't want the responsibility of I don't want to let people down. This is a lot. I don't know how this shit works. Like, it's like, no wonder people have managers and stuff like that. It's like, I just want to work on the art, but I also wouldn't want to let a motherfucker down. I'm just letting myself down, I guess. I'm fucking going all over the place, like I said. Just get it real from me, Mr. NGS, fucking Mr. Anxiety. So I'm trying to figure things out. Like, I want to come up with new merch. I would love to get physical pressings of like Fear Food and some of my other albums, but it's like they just cost a lot, you know, for what I want to do. It's like, I would love to have jewel case albums to sell. You fucking think I don't? People have been asking. There's like, where's It Takes a Village to Burn a Witch? Where's St. Ank Street? I'm like, man, I wish. That shit costs a lot. Like, even the little 2 single flip fucking covers I sold, like, those cost me a pretty penny to whip up, and I just passed them bitches out. So it's all part of the plan. It's all coming together slowly but surely. I'm gonna fucking figure it out, and we're gonna keep rolling. I'm gonna hit this fucking pole really quick.
Luke, you got anything for him?
Huh? I'm not really sure what's already been covered, and I kind of had to step away there for my baby to feed her. So,
congratulations, by the way.
I appreciate it.
What's already been covered is the new album. An EDM producer made it. He's experimenting, doing some singing, some different stuff. It's not all "I Will Eat You," and his dream collabs. Who he would love to do that's not really ICP.
I also like. I should mention like a lot of the more. I don't know, because like they say, there's levels to all this shit. Some of them are more like pie in the sky dreams, and other ones are like people I should actually fuck with. And I got a lot of people I want to fuck with. Around like the more.
Well, speak it into existence. Laws of attraction. Who you want to fuck with?
Like Flapjack. I want to fuck with him. We've talked a little bit about making a song. I think that would be fucking tight.
Yeah, Flapjack is a dope dude.
Yeah, man. There's Christ, I'm like blanking on people, but there's several people in the community around my level, but I just never know if people fuck with me either. It's like I've talked with Flapjack a couple times, and I've talked with a couple other people, and it's like cool. Should we make some shit? Let's make some shit. But like other cats, I'm like, I don't know what people think about me. I don't know what like
I would like to see.
Me.
I was just thinking about him. Cartoon, Zitro. I could see both of them doing some good fucking tracks together.
I would love doing some shit with Zitro, Tier Diaz as well. You know, do a little mini cipher collabs with them and shit.
A Will Gates track would be dope. You and Will Gates on a fucking track, even though that's since you're experimenting, do some different shit with some Will Gates. Like that shit would be fire.
Yeah, man. You know? Like I think something like that almost happened, and then I think like a Fago track was supposed to be written, and then I couldn't come up with anything, and I kind of just stopped talking. I wasn't talking to him directly, but it was supposed to be through somebody. That's on me. I'm sorry for all the people that wanted that collab to happen. I'm a piece of shit. No, I'm just very anxious and I'm very apologetic, as you can tell. But yeah, man, it's like whoever wants to fucking do a collab with me, let's do it. Because I'm all for making more music. There's like a couple of Killer by Nature. Like I think we did a collab. I don't know if it dropped yet.
I like that guy. He's a good dude.
Yeah, man, he's a good kid. And it was a nice song too. And that one I was barely killing nobody on it either. I think it was just about music and how much I love music, and I got to I said something cool on it. I don't remember. You'll hear it when it drops. But yeah, I want to do more collabs, like because my thing is either I bring the wicked shit out of somebody who doesn't do wicked shit all the time, which kind of fits more for people like around me, like locally. And then like with other juggalos, it's like if you're doing a different kind of style, like yeah, like I'm willing to switch it up. I'm willing to get poisonal if you want me to get poisonal. The only thing I probably won't do is beef and diss tracks. Like that ain't my game. I know it's like hip hop is competitive and all this shit, but I think that's like what I have to research why this guy's an asshole, and then come up with lines about it, and then try to sound cool. Like it's just too much drama. Keep that shit away from me. Like
I have to waste my time learning about this guy I'm supposed to not like.
Yeah. And then put my efforts towards it. Like some people are good at it. Don't get me wrong. I love a good diss track. We were talking about Kendrick and them.
Battle raps and beefing. That's a whole different type of rap. That's a whole different type of thing.
Yeah, and I will do the freestyle raps and shit. That's just fun. But like beef and dissing, it's like I'm too anxious. I don't like drama. Like my heart gets racing if I see a comment that's like, oh no, what did I do? Did somebody? I said some stupid shit. I'm embarrassing myself.
I don't know. I would like to see a track with you and like Matapelli or Michael Lawless or somebody in the LSP wheelhouse. I think you would go good with a lot of the artists in LSP. Honestly, with how your style is, or in the LLE world, you have a good stuff. Shit. I mean, even with Shrunken Head, I could see some good potential collabs, you know. There's
Yeah,
a lot of artists you could probably reach.
I just gotta have people hear the shit and be like, hey, that kid NGS, damn, he's cool. I want to put him on a track because I liked this line he wrote or some shit. So I don't know who fucks with me. It's cool. It's cool though. Like whenever I see my name, I'll tell you some shit that always trips me out and I love it. Like along with like the, oh my God, people listen to music and all that. Whenever I see my name brought up and it's like, I'm not part of the conversation, like originally, like I didn't start it or anything. It's just like somebody's like, oh yeah, NGS, and they didn't tag me or anything. I just see it pop up. I'm like, holy, what? People know about me? That's fucking crazy. Like I don't know. I feel like nobody knows who the fuck I am. Like I don't know my barometer, my metric. I'm not in the discussion all the time yet, and I don't know how to get in the discussion because it seems like you either got to be a big dickhead or you suck and then people will talk about you. And I don't mean that like about people that are popular, but it's like, why are we always talking about assholes and why aren't we talking about people that like we actually give a shit about? Like I'm like, I'm like, do I have to start like I wouldn't, but it's like if I just started some fake beef and was just started like saying, oh fuck so and so, and then people are like, well, this guy said fuck it. It's like, come on, I don't want that.
It's because not everybody is into everybody's music, but almost everybody is down to make fun of someone who's like, pulling some dumb shit.
Yeah, and it's like I just avoid drama and beef and shit like that. It's like I don't want that kind of attention. It's stressful to me. I would rather have attention on my own merits and stuff. It's like I don't want to get into shit like that. It's no interest to me, my friend. So I will try to get by on a different kind of word of mouth, which is like, oh, this cat's pretty good. This is cool shit. Not like, oh, did you hear him talking shit? Like, okay, yeah, but his music sucks or his music's good. It's like, I don't know. If people don't like you already, they probably ain't gonna like your music. It's hard to see past that veneer of being a piece of shit.
I don't know. You seem like one of the coolest, chillest, like complete opposite of what your music is. Like when I met you, and you gave me one of your slaps. And every day I see you like this, telling me how much gas is left in my car. I love it. So I see you literally every day. I hop in my car. I'm like, NGS, I got a half tank. Time to fill up. You know what I mean? But like you were the nicest dude, like meeting in person, like just super chill, respectful, calm. So I don't get when you say all these artists in your community locally don't like you because they obviously didn't have a conversation.
Oh, maybe no, not all. No, yeah, definitely not all of them. There's a lot of people around me that fuck with my shit, and I'm very thankful to be accepted by a good chunk of the people that I have done shows with around here. Like I don't got beef with any of the cats that I've done.
No, I mean like the ones that think you're that type of person because of your music. I'm like, they must have never talked to you at all.
It was so weird. Yeah, like I did this interview like maybe like 2 years ago, and some Wisconsin rapper got a hold of me on Instagram afterwards and like was all saying something about me. I don't even remember. It's like he said, all I know is he thinks that I was like being Shit, I'm sorry. I'm all fucked up about it, and I don't remember specifics enough to diligently address my pissed offedness about it. But he was saying some stupid shit, and it didn't make any sense to me. And I was like, "This guy's fucking crazy. This guy's crazy. I'm just a fucking nerd." And then some other asshole who I don't even think was a rapper sent me some message that was like, "So you like to hurt women? Come see me. I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you." I'm like, no. I just made some fucking music and like now you're threatening me for real. Like, how does that work? Like,
that sounds like a local show where a lot of artists are on drugs and don't know you, so now they're being dicks. Sorry, that's all it says. Like
he looked like he was roided out. That's for sure. Like he's
drinking and drugging. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I try to be a decent motherfucker. Like I said, aside from just beef, it's like I just want to have a laugh. I say some clever, witty shit. I don't know.
Even for me, like if I meet an artist and I don't really specifically care for their music, if they're cool as fuck, I'll support them. You know what I mean?
Oh, sure.
To me, that's a big catch right there. If you're just a cool, decent person, you know what I mean? Even if I don't care for your music, I'm like, that guy's dope. I support that guy. You know.
I try to be as down to earth as you want, if you want to call it that, as I can. Like, I remember when I played Camp Zool last year, there was people that were giving me props because they're like, that's pretty cool that you performed and you're out here camping with everybody and shit. I'm like, well, yeah, I'm here for the fucking show too, man. Like, I ain't too haughty to go not hang with people. And it's like, I don't know if there was like if I keep at this and I hit a level where it's like, you know, I was thinking about this shit where it's like Violent J trying to drive around the gathering. That motherfucker can't stop for shit without, oh, there he is. And then like a mob of people coming up. And obviously there's levels to it. You know, there's people that are more chill. I'm at a level, thankfully, where I can still kick it with people and just say what up and still have my own time and my own peace of mind and just still be able to be like, okay, I need to step back, you know, kick it in the car for a second or just chill by a wall and nobody's going to be hounding me. Like, I'm thankful for that, but it is also pretty fucking cool that people are like, oh, there's NGS. Like, holy shit, you know? So I don't know. Sorry, I'm stoned. I'm all over the place.
It's like the few times I've met Scum, like, you know what I mean? His music's the goriest, fucking craziest shit, but you meet him, he is the coolest, chillest fucking dude. Absolutely. You know what I mean? So even if you didn't like your music, you meet him one time and you're like, I support him in his movement. You know what I mean? Because they're just real fucking people, you know?
Yeah, for real. I just, I try to keep it real, you know? And then on stage, I keep it unreal. Unreal Tournament, you know what I'm saying? I'm just sorry.
Man, I remember that video game. That's been a long time. I used to play that on my laptop back in the day, on my computer.
Some old school shooters are fun, man. Fucking A.
Cool if I play a song?
Yeah, go ahead. Aw, shit.
Saint Anger Street.
In the woods I spotted something wicked and demonic. I've been running here for hours, I'm just praying that I've lost it. I'd come across a scene like something right out of a comic, but this tale from the crypt is realistic and it's coming. I can hear it chasing after me like pyros after fires, like all of the blood inside me is all that the thing desires. Its eyes are glinting at me like a pair of burning lighters, like a nightmare come to life, the Wendigo has come to bite us. And I'm gonna rip it piece by piece till nothing of you's left. I bite that neck and jerk my jaw until I'm yanking off your flesh. I bleed you dead and rip your organs out that motherfucking chest, cause there's a hunger deep inside of me that never gets to rest. I'm an unrepentant cannibal, a heart as black as darkness is emaciated maniac unleashed of all his harnesses, a starving mess of skin and bones. I languish over carcasses and carve aside the features off your face and tear the cartilage. That's all well and good to you, but what am I supposed to do when everywhere I turn there's only shadows and the sounds of you pursuing me through quiet trees, tripping on my hands and knees, bruising my whole body on the rocks and the topography. Now I'm stuck in place, I feel the weight of you on top of me. Takes my arm and snaps it at an angle it ain't ought to be. Wanna try and holler, but I can't let out a scream since he's yanking at my limbs and pushing all the air up out of me. You're about to be my dinner, and he says it with a laugh. Or maybe it's a sob, it's hard to tell, I can't react. His skin is freezing cold like he's got icicles for hands, and the look inside his eyes with that of someone driven mad. No appealing to humanity, cause it's no longer human, like the frame of man was taken by the devil just to ruin and consume all living humans till the doomsday come apocalypse. A drop of spittle hits me from this demon and it's obvious I'm not equipped to deal with this, no armaments to brandish, and my arm has now been crippled, so I suffer from the damage like a helpless baby kitten in the clutches of a psychopath. Death was always how this wicked shit would come to pass. The only saving grace is how my body ceased to function. I wouldn't want to suffer to the munching of the glutton. I never could have thought I would become somebody's dinner as a spark of life inside me barely flickers to a glimmer. Thinner than an anorexic, cold as desolate. I'll never get relief unless the blood can quell my temperament. The warmth and the relief that comes with flesh gone down my gullet it comes to me with clarity. I know for certain that I've lost it. The life that I consume is something that I never wanted. There's a frenzy in the hunger, it's impossible to stop it. By now the heat is faded, I can feel the chill returning. The Wendigo, I hold a heart of ice and need to burn it.
Yes. Yes, sir. Hell yeah. I need to make more songs like that, I feel, because I do enjoy a good story.
Oh, for
As
sure.
brief
What
and
was your
succinct.
thought process?
That was like a Stephen King's book in 5 minutes.
So
That's why
like
I like. That's why I like that
that.
shit.
Thank you. Yeah, that one went through a lot of different changes of what it was going to be before it became what it was in the end. It was a beat that I kind of whipped up myself with a little guidance from my old one of my old bosses, David Thompson. He's the shit. But anyway, he helped me whip up this like little pattern that I really liked, and then I was trying to figure out what the fuck do with it. Originally, it was just gonna be like the most like kill, blood, murder, gore fucking song, and I wanted to do a bunch of chopping shit and a bunch of fast shit, and then over time, I just it just kept changing, and I could try to write to it, wouldn't work. Tried to write to it, fucked up, whatever. Probably wouldn't have been on the album, but then like I love the story of the Wendigo, and I wanted to make a song about it. And do you need this? Sorry. Anyway, I love the Wendigo as a story. I've got a fucking tattoo of one on my back. And I just eventually the story came out of me, and it was like I just really just wanted to capture a guy being chased by a fucking Wendigo in the woods, and then also kind of put a little bit of like the perspective of why the Wendigo is doing it. Which, you know, it's like he's clearly driven by this fucking Arctic urge to rip and tear human flesh and consume it, and it's the only thing that gives him a glimpse of like relief and warmth. And just enough though to recognize what he's done and the horrors of it and be like, I'm fucking cursed. And then soon after he's consumed with flesh, it comes back and fucking what up, much love. And yeah, so you know, I just like fucking telling stories and shit. And it was also my favorite parts honestly are the first Wendigo shit. The fucking line, like, I'm an unrelenting cannibal, a heart as black as darkness is, emaciated maniac, unleashed of all his harnesses, starving mess of skin and bones, I languish over carcasses and carve aside the features off the face and tear the cartilage. Like, that's just so fun to fucking write, and it was so fun to rap. Like, I just very much enjoy describing shit in that way, you know. And people can do better and people can do worse. But I tried, and the thing, it's probably a very short song, I will say that, and I probably could have done some more, but it's like, honestly, I don't know, he killed him. I feel like I could have stuck the landing better, but I like that song.
No, it's perfect. It's a perfect picture painted. That's why I said it was like a Stephen King book, but in a few minutes, you know what I mean? It painted it vividly and perfectly. I fucking love it.
Thank you. A nice little short story, you know? Hell yeah.
Yeah. And that's why I said, you as an artist, you got that lyrical talent. I think you could get some hella collabs in with the wordplay you do and the pictures you paint in your music, you know.
Oh, thank you.
I think you get that crew of people to help you do some theatrics and shit, man, because you know that's gonna be like a free thing for a little while, you know, having people doing shit for you to try to help pop it off. I think, bro, you would fucking hit hard with that. I'm just saying, some theatrics to some of them songs, fucking.
Absolutely. One of my old songs that I really loved off of one of my mixtapes is called "A Witch in the Woods," and it's another very storytelling track. The beat isn't mine, unfortunately. That's the saddest part. But I found a really good beat, and off of I think the Dino Spectrum, that album. And sorry, the beat was fucking dope though, and I came up with this whole story, and it's this whole thing about a dude stumbling upon a witch in the woods who's like has like a ring of sacrificed dead children, and then like it's trying to summon a fucking elder god, and then the protagonist gets caught up in it, and then like it faces like a terrifying death, and it's like, man, that was so fun to write, like to plot out a story. Like I love horror movies and reading and, you know, stories in general. Is why I love ICP. Like Amy's in the Attic is one of my favorite fucking songs by them because it's a storytelling one. Same with The Tower. And I just I've always wanted to be a storyteller myself. I wanted to write books. I wanted to write movies. And sometimes I get to write some songs that have stories in them. And I want to do more of that shit. It is the one thing that I do regret about Fear Food. There's not really a storytelling track on there. And I apologize for that because all of my albums have had them so far, I think. And it was a failure on my end that I will never live down. And I will hate myself forever. But you don't have to. You can like the album if you fucking like it and share it and tell your friends, hey, check this shit out. Just tell one person and then tell them to tell somebody. Nobody knows who I am. It's all good. It's all good fun. Hell yeah.
I kind of feel like a little third wheel for this interview.
Yeah, man.
Oh, you got a new baby though. You're busy.
Hey, weird Luke yank smack a bitch. Just tell me to shut up. You can have the floor. I talk too much. That's okay. I'll shut the fuck up.
I'm enjoying the conversation. Very shit.
You ever seen those Batman mobiles that people drive around? Those got 3 wheels.
I
3 wheels for those motherfuckers. So you're cool
talking about those like slingshot things. They look like a Batmobile.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, they look like a pod racer mixed with a Batmobile. I see those bitches whipping around. I'm like, what the fuck? That's crazy.
Have a good night, Todd. Whoop, whoop. Fucking yeah, them bitches look fucking insane. When I went down to Florida, the tourists all had one, you know.
Oh yeah, they're all over Florida. Them 3-wheel boys, the slingshots and also the Can-Am motorcycles and shit. There's all types of 3-wheel things all over the place here.
I gotta say, I'm especially impressed by your ability to actually keep a fucking like coherent plot through a song. You know, actually write a fucking story. I mean, I can rhyme like crazy, but does it mean anything? Kinda.
Yeah. I actually just watched this video about like how people just punch in to do their lyrics and stuff, and like that recording method as opposed to writing their music out. And it's like it's fine, like people can do it and all that, but I don't know. I don't want to call myself a purist or a snob, but I've just always enjoyed writing my shit out and kind of structuring it and planning it, and like respect to people that can just rip it off the dome, or just like that's their style of doing it, or you know, with doing it without I don't know, saying it without planning sounds insulting because it's like it's still art and all that, but I don't know. I just enjoy this is how much space I got. This is what I got to work with. What sounds cool? What can I fit in here? Like I don't know if I even follow. I mean, I might follow some structure on the when to go, just as that's what we just played, but it doesn't follow, you know, like a standard 16 bar or any shit like that. I think I just like said what I needed to until the time switched up and I had to switch the beat, all that shit. I don't know. Sometimes it depends on like, that's the thing I'm trying to get more in touch with. Like if you're planning out the beat and everything, like it's you, like you made the fucker, you're able to mix it up and layer it and chunk it in and out. Fucking you have way more control of what the narrative is in the song that you're creating, obviously. But when you like get a beat that's just sent to you, or you're working off of like, I know, like, I think, well, I don't know. I've never actually like bought leased a beat, but I think you can like buy it to a point where you can get all the stems and do it yourself and shit. But you get way more movability. If you're doing mixtape shit, usually you just got the beat and that's what you work with. But that box puts you in like, okay, well, this is what I got to work with. And what is the beat switch up? Like, if this is a slow part, this is a fast part, this is a part for a break or a rhythm and all that. And it's like, I don't know, you have to play with what you're given, or you gotta play with what you give, or shit. I tried to flip that and make it sound cool and wise, but it didn't work. But yeah, so this time on Fear Food, I was given beats from my homie Free Food. And you know, a couple of them I had to loop up, but it was very minimal. Like I didn't go in and change the shit, and like, you know, I was working with some freedom, but also a limit on myself as well. So I don't know what the next one's gonna be. Like if I get more beats from somebody else, I'm still kind of working within a different box. But if I try to do it myself completely, then I have full control over what happens, but I also don't have full skill. So it's a weird fucking tightrope to walk right now of like having enough skill. Like I know how to mix, I know how to master, I know how to make shit, but I don't know how to make shit that sounds like fucking great yet. Like I'm still learning.
Somebody.
And, you know, yeah, and that's the thing too. It's like I've wanted to collab with people. I'm a shy motherfucker, and I get anxious about like not being able to deliver. Like I would hate to be in a circumstance where somebody was like, come over to the studio. I'm always scared when people are like, come to the studio. I'm like, I would love that. But what if I don't, what if I can't come up with anything and I get writer's block and then I'm like a fucking asshole right there, you know, or I come up with something that's not as good as it could be because I like to sit with the beat and write with it myself. And I don't know, no great project was ever made completely alone. You know, it's like there's no fucking good movie that was ever made alone. Or you know what I mean? Like all the best movies was a group effort. But I'm a very anxious fucking person, so it's hard for me to find people I click with and you know like vibe with. Like it's why like unfortunately like I've worked with people in the past that I really vibed with, and then some shit happens or they're a fucking asshole, and then I have to stop working with them, and that also makes me hesitant to jump in with people. It's like if somebody's like, "Yo, do you want to join the clique? Like we're gonna start doing this as a group." It's like the only people I want to do a group with are my best friends from high school who like. I'm like brothers, like we can talk and joke about fucking anything. Like I get along with them like nobody's business, so we can hang. And I'm sure I can find other people, and I'm getting more friends. I'm just an anxious son of a bitch, and I don't know what to talk about all the time, and I get shy and shit. So it's hard for me to collaborate with people and find like a Michael Clark that I kick with. No, I know that.
And it's always good to have like the homies and the friends that ain't necessarily artists where you can go, hey, I'm working on this, like give me an opinion. What do you think with this sound or this? Like people that won't sugarcoat shit. Or people that have like creative ideas, like what if you tried putting this in here or that? You know what I mean? Like that's always good to have those kind of people to talk to, like in creative processes, at least, you know. Trying to do everything alone with just your own head, because you're going to be your own worst critic, right?
Exactly. And it's the way I've been doing it for so long, and I really wish I could break out of that more. Like it's hard for me to like show people my shit because I am scared of that fucking feedback. It's like, well, what if they think this is whack? But me in my head, I'm like, no, this is the way it should be. And it's like you should listen to some people and shit, man. Like there's some things that I'm like, no, I have an instinct. I think this is what I want to go for. But then there's some like, yeah, I probably shouldn't do that, should I? And I don't want to just keep dropping my albums and then people being like, well, yeah, you probably should have done this. It's like, well, fuck, maybe if I had asked some people, you know, I would have had a fucking better shake at it. But I don't know. It's a learning process. Exactly. And the only thing I could do with it is try to do better next time. And I don't know. I always get this way when I'm towards the end of like working on an album because I'm like I said, I see all the flaws. I'll try to smooth them out the best I can, but I know what they are and I'm going to beat myself up. But I can take what I learned and try to do better next time. And that is how you get better. And you better get better, because if you sound like you did when I was 15 rapping and you're still rapping, fuck that. Fuck that. Yo, I'm not trying to sound like I did in high school because I sounded like dog shit. So I hope old me can recognize that I got better, and I should give myself some fucking cut myself some slack.
How do you take suggestions as an artist though? Because there's two kinds of people with that. Some people that are really receptive, and some people that, I mean, like me, if you're like, oh, this lyric would sound dope, I mean, I appreciate you saying that, but now I'll go out of my way to not use that almost. I'm very cocky about it.
Yeah, like, I mean, it obviously, to me, it does depend on the criticism. If it's a matter of taste and it's like, well, sorry, that wasn't for you. Like, you know, I've had shit that's upset people, and I'm like, sorry, that wasn't my...
Are you sure you need to say you ate them?
Yeah, you know, and like, but if it's like, I don't know, I get less worried when it's like I feel they're more justified if it's like, oh, this production was off, or like maybe you should have had another verse or another hook right here, like when it comes to structural things, rather than like necessarily the content. Because I mean, I don't know, like I know what I'm writing and I know why I'm writing it. But when I see shit where it's like, yeah, it's pretty standard shit, like nothing different here, it's like, okay, but
maybe this song could have used one more hook at the end. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like
it's like I don't know. But yeah, it's to me, I take more of the how the music was made, the production of it, the structure, the sound of it, and everything, like more necessarily than what I was rapping about, which is a detriment to myself a little bit, because it's like, okay, if I'm just doing all this wicked shit, that's all it's expected of me. I don't want to pigeonhole myself. It's like I want to make other kinds of music too and stretch out like a little bit. Like I like Prof and shit. I would love to do a Prof style song that gets people hyped. Yeah, but it's something I got to work at. Like it's weird to realize, like, I don't know if I could write a love song. It's not like I don't love people. I love the fuck out of people, but like it's something I don't know how to tap into yet that I want to, or like a party song, because I've never been a party person, or this and that. But have I watched too many fucking horror movies? Have I read too many scary books? Yeah, sure. So I can talk about this. Talk about what you know, you know, and I know how to talk about make believe bullshit that people say is irrelevant and doesn't mean anything, and it's like, okay. So like with this new album, I tried to do another song that was like, hey, I remember when I couldn't really rap and I used to be poor and I used to be skinny and shit. And you know, and it's like I try to be a little serious. One of my projects with my high school homies is called the Introspective Prodigies, and that is always my best avenue to do different things than the wicked shit, because they don't do the wicked shit. And they always try to get a little deeper with stuff. And we got an album that we're still working on. But all my shit on there is very different. I have maybe one track where I get a little like, yeah, fucking, I'm gonna kill you, you know, and the rest of it's like, I do a love song on there, or I do a talking about like fucking poetic shit instead of just trying to be killy evil all the time, you know. It's like
one of these days they're gonna find some shit on you, like John Wayne Gacy. You're just gonna have bodies lining your fucking basement.
Yo, man, he got along with everybody. He fucking never saw this coming. Holy shit, he said it all the time.
Yes, he was just the friendliest fucking guy. Guess he was a serial killer.
Like he really was that shit. He's like, I live this shit, guys. You just think I'm playing. Oh no, you know,
each song it's like, is a confession. Yeah, you actually are when to go at night.
Purely speculation.
Purely speculation. I've spoken a little too much about how I wouldn't have a problem eating human flesh. Yeah.
Hey, I mean, if we were in an apocalyptic World War III scenario and I had to eat to survive, if you're a dumb person, you might get eaten. I'm sorry.
Listen. Let's fuck the apocalypse. The problem is the murder. I'm not for murder. I'm not for people being killed.
You scared the fuck out of me.
Well, in the apocalyptic setting, people will try to rob you and kill you, so you're going to end up killing somebody, which means then I could eat them.
Fucking apocalypse. I'm going to eat a motherfucker right now if they're cool with it. I want to try it. Motherfuckers are going to be killing animals to eat them.
Oh, apocalypse.
How about people
around,
too?
I'm eating everybody out.
It's like, so, I got no problem. Fucking, you know, I don't know. I'll eat on some meat, but if I had to eat a person instead, it was acceptable. Call me Army Hammer, motherfucker. I'm a gobble a motherfucker up. But as long as you're cool with it,
you depict yourself as a cannibal a lot, so we gotta know what part of the body would you go for first. And it's not to say it's necessarily a favorite, but where would you head for first? Like what?
The rump. That's what they say, right? The rump's the best part.
Yeah,
I don't know. It'd probably be kind of weird. I don't know. Somebody just said to like toss me a steak and be like, "That was fucking Kevin." Like I'm like, damn, shit. Did he die a natural death? Like, was it
like when
was
you
it
get
okay?
milk and it says the cow it came from on the garden?
Oh Christ. Well, yeah, man. It's like shit. People got double standards. What is it? The dead body man shit. You know, you got dead deer heads up on your shelf. Well, fuck. What's the problem? And am I joking? That's for me to know and you to find out, motherfuckers.
Fucking, they just found in a bunch of hot dogs, like a bunch of the biggest brands, human DNA ranging from human meat to like semen and hair.
What?
You know? Yeah, so like some funnier brands on there though were Butterball. So those hot dogs, like I'm sure it's like a subsidiary, whoever the fuck, you know, like a different name they sell them under. And then Hebrew National. So those kosher hot dogs are actually like human flesh.
They got people in them in the kosher hot dogs.
Yeah,
and the Butterball hot dogs. Fuck, and nut. Jesus Christ!
I wish I could.
Somebody was beating off into the hot dog machine and then fell
That's not
into it.
kosher. That's not kosher.
I wish I could remember this book I read when I was a teenager in school, but I can't remember the name of it. But basically, like, this guy went on a journey across the ocean and found this indigenous tribe of people, and they served him something called long-nosed pig, and then he found out it was human flesh. And I was like, when I read that book, I was like, huh. And ever since then, I was like, if it was some apocalyptic shit, I would probably eat a person.
They say,
Partially
it
like
tastes like
Moby
pork.
Dick.
I can't remember the name of the book. I was in middle school and I've done so much drugs since then that I would never be able to recall it, bro. Ungodly amounts of drugs.
I
have a book
stating
I've got a book.
NGS eats ass.
What? Oh, that I eat
Yes,
ass? Yeah, absolutely. It was really fucking fresh and I liked it a lot. I have a book over here on my bookshelf. It's called Cannibal Killers. I read it around, like, I think when I was like a senior in high school, something like that. And there's just so many stories. You know, they cover like all sorts of old shit. Something about the story that you just mentioned, I think, was in that book too. And then they come up to like current day shit. You know, like they talk about Dahmer and the fucking German dude that ate the guy. And all that shit. And it was just such like I don't know, I went through this phase where I was just reading about shit like that, and it was around the time Dinner and a Movie by Brother Lynch Hung came out, so I was really into that.
Amazing album.
One of my favorite albums. I fucking love it. And I was really into like Hills Have Eyes and Texas Chainsaw Massacre, so like a lot of that cannibal shit just kind of like fed into me, and I was like, well, fucking that's so cool. I don't know why, it's just so monstrous, you know. I mean, it's like
that you have like a modernized 80s slasher film type thing going with some of your shit. I enjoy it.
Hell yeah, thank you. That stuff was fun, you know. It's like I just love horror so much.
I don't know the full meaning of this word, so if it's like kind of insulting sounding, don't take it that campy though. Like kind of like campy horror.
Oh sure. Oh, there ain't nothing wrong with camp. Camp's fun. That's kayfabe basically.
Yeah.
It's fucking it's the show, it's the thrill, it's the fucking the fun of it all, you know. Fucking the schlock. All that's fun too, man. It's the shit.
Hey Luke,
Elm Street sleepaway camp type.
hear your best NGS impersonation.
Oh shit, man! I my throat's sore today. I can't do it. Usually I've got the voice down perfectly though.
Damn, that was pretty good actually, man. I was gonna say you fucking knocked it out right there.
Guys, I'm sorry I'm kind of late right now. I kind of ate and had a bathroom emergency, so excuse my tardiness.
I killed people.
Yeah, I was busy eating somebody beforehand.
I was busy eating someone's ass.
I'll rape your brother. I'll eat your mother for supper. Wait, that ain't you. That was Bizarre King Gordy. I forget the track. Just playing.
NGS dropping a new diss track on Brother Lynch Hung saying, "Fuck that, he's the real cannibal."
Not my hero. I gotta say those, like, especially Dinner and a Movie and Coat Hanger Strangler, like, I know that trilogy didn't kind of go the way it was supposed to. I mean, that's just evident, but like those first two I fuck with so much, and it was a high point in cannibal hip hop, and I love it. Like Brother Lynch, when I heard those for the first time, like that was my first exposure to him. It wasn't like Season of the Sickness and stuff like that, unfortunately. Like I came into it because I was into Strange Music and Tech Nine, and I was like, who the fuck is this dude? Like, this guy sounds like he eats people for real. Like he sounds like a crazy person that they found murdering people and was like, shit, you can rap. You know, because the way they present the whole thing and like the whole story with the Coat Hanger Strangler, like I loved all that shit. All those like music videos he did.
Put together mythical DMX.
Yeah, you know, it was so fucking cool. And then he was like, I think of him, and I think of like Twisted Insane.
Oh man, a whole brain sick Rasta from back in the day. Every fucking one of them.
It's just, I just gravitate towards that stuff, like people that know how to expertly talk about the wicked shit. Like that's why I liked, like when I first got into Tech Nine. you know, like I heard like Angelic, like the ones everybody does, like Angelic and Ever Ready were my first 2 albums of his. I've like loved KOD, and I definitely gravitate with some of his older stuff. And it's like, I know that's the whole thing with tech, where he's like, "Go bump the old shit if you don't like the new shit." And it's like, I've tried getting into the new shit, and there's definitely I still fuck with Tech Nine, like Nina, that album. I fucking loved that shit.
That's the only one for me since KOD. After KOD,
yeah.
I kind of got lost with that.
Yeah, like Eba and something else. Like I love a couple of those. Like the I fucking love Strange Music.
Oh, we got the same one almost. I got the one with the Tech 9 face paint. And I'm on the left hand. But I'm sorry, I'm a Strangeaholic. Everybody that's came through Strange has some bangers. He has such a that label has such a variety of artists and talent to come through it. I like all of his stuff. And it's kind of like how you were talking about growing, right? Tech wouldn't have these features with all these metal artists and all that stuff if he wasn't growing as an artist, right? So with you playing and growing, that's how you get more people to do different types of music with, you know what I mean? So whether you love him or you hate him, new shit, old shit, whatever's your favorite, you can't deny his versatility and his talent. You know what I mean?
And he's done big fucking things, and
that
it's like
collab with Falling in Reverse is sick.
I saw them perform that live at Welcome to Rockville. It was fucking nuts to see all 3 of them on stage at one time. Yeah,
like
that was my kid's first Tech 9 concert. He was so excited.
Hell yeah. They he's like obviously the king of his own world and stuff, and that's fucking awesome to see. I like what happened to Jelly Roll. Like he fucking blew the fuck up. You can say what you want about country music.
On the music he's doing now, though. I like trap.
Sure.
You know what
Listen, I'm not gonna front and pretend like I did. The only 2 songs in my fucking phone with Jelly Roll on them are like Juggling Chainsaws and something else. Like I don't know a shit ton of Jelly Roll. I just love seeing somebody hit to a point, and then I like seeing people experiment with something different, and then for some reason that pops off. Like I liked it when Tyler the Creator came up doing all this grimy, fucking awesome, dark hip hop shit, and then he's doing fucking stadiums and shit by himself on stage, nobody else. Like that's so impressive, and he's doing like this like funky, like the shit is so different than what he did before, and I love it. I love seeing people grow that way and do the music that they like you get the resources to do it. It's like what I'm thinking like now. It's like with me, and I'm not saying I'm like these guys or anything. I'm like the same age as Tyler the Creator and nowhere near his fucking level. But like
love on Earl sweatshirt too.
Like if I had the resources to do all the things musically and the know-how to do them, I'd be making so much different crazy fucking music. Like probably like Johnny Cash style shit or fucking industrial stuff and like 9 Inch Nails-y sounding shit, or I don't know. Actually, if I could sing, I don't fucking know. But there's so much music that I love that is so very different than what I do.
Version of the song "Hurt."
I mean, I
go back and redo it again.
I could see you doing some like trap metal or Manson-ish type shit. You know what I mean? Over time,
better than Manson.
Some screaming, singing, rockish, metal-ish shit.
I tried doing some screamy shit. I can't do it. It doesn't sound good. I'm not that guy. Like my voice is already nasally and like already. Like it's a wonder that I can sound okay when I do rap. And me trying to sing a little bit. I don't know, man. Like I'm trying. I can sing other people's shit. I can sing
motherfucking NGS.
Fucking knows. Yeah, you know.
Get Gorleone to scream for you, and you can sing.
That's true. I could do more collabs like that and stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, I've never been like a trap metal person or a metal in general. I like being able to sing along to shit. And if I can't sing along to it, sorry. I can sing along to Madonna, but I can't sing along to fucking with the I don't know. Call it a
Well, I
personal
mean,
thing.
not all of it's like that. City Morgue's technically like the trap metal wheelhouse, and it's rap and screaming. You know
I'll
what
tell
I
you
mean?
my favorite
Well,
City Morgue track is Drano with Denzel
love
Curry on
that
it.
song,
Yeah,
dude.
like
Denzel Curry,
I want to
Florida
do shit like
native.
that.
Yeah,
man.
Florida
Denzel,
native. Curry's the shit.
I don't give it like. There's a couple of his albums that I really fucked with. Denzel
I
Curry.
love all his shit. I bump
Yeah,
him
man.
on a regular. I'm a Florida
He's
boy.
fucking
That
great.
shit goes hard.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like that. He's like a dream collab. I remember there was one day I was listening to his shit and I was like, dude, I would love to do a song with that guy someday because he's fucking fresh. But I don't know. That's a whole other stratosphere.
I mean, technically, that wheelhouse is Juggalo adjacent. Almost all them artists in that wheelhouse have played The Gathering or have a sound kind of like that. You look into the Suicide Boys, Germ, Poya, Denzel Curry, Booby
sure.
Ludovelli, Fat Nick. It's the whole wheelhouse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's probably not too far off to get a collab with some of them people. You know what I mean? It's really not.
I've never gotten into like Suicide Boys and that everything that's popular that's surrounding
live
them.
set though.
Well,
like
so the artist Bones is the first one of that wheelhouse. Suicide Boys just kind of blew them up, but Bones is like the OG of the trap metal shit. And then Ghostman was in like a screamo band in Florida before he did the trap metal shit. And then Suicide Boys and like all these other underground artists started doing shit together. And then next thing you know, Suicide Boys blew up, but it was only mainly because I think like the 3-6 samples throughout all their shit really is a key factor.
Like, so I don't know, they went on that like grade A tour recently and it was like all them cats, all the Ramirez, the
I went to the
Boys,
show.
yeah,
I went.
And like I have tried to give all them cats, I've tried to listen to all of them, and aside from a couple songs here and there, it's just not my shit. And I don't know what it is. No disrespect. I know they blew up. Maybe the person who introduced me to them, I have bad associations with because they're a piece of shit. But it's just, I don't know. I couldn't get into it. And it's no hate, but like that genre of shit is so popular right now. And I'm like, I can't, like, I've tried to put myself in the mind. I don't know. I can't do it. I can't make that, which doesn't mean that like, that's why I don't like it, but it's just never resonated with me the same way it does with other people. Like I know like Worldwide Chaos, they kind of do more of that style. And I do fuck with their shit. Just because I know them and shit, probably is a little biased because I've worked with them. But like, you know, I do like it from some people here and there.
I mean, so for me,
maybe I'm a hater because I'm hating something popular and shit.
Not really. So why that music hit home with me was like the amount of drugs and alcohol I was on when I found it and the lyrics in it. I was in a very dark place and a lot of that stuff's very dark and it's about drugs and dying. And I kind of had a death wish at the point. So I would say like a lot of the demographic of that music is a lot of broken people that have suffered like drug addiction or current addiction, that wish for death, that see the world in a very dark lens. That's why we attract to it. So if you're not in a dark place, it probably ain't gonna hit. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, to be fair, when I did hear that, it was probably the lowest rock bottom point I'd been in, but it was more just the music. Not that the message couldn't resonate with somebody like me. I think I just found it elsewhere at the time. I think I found it in Cage because that was very nihilistic music to me at the time, and that was just very bleak, and that was kind of more in my like I just going crazy in my bedroom, surrounded by fucking mirrors and in a very dark place.
Yeah, I listened to a lot of Cage in my younger years too, and some of my dark times. A lot of Cage.
Anyway, not to be a huge fucking hater, everybody's gonna say he doesn't like Suicide Boys though.
No, it's everybody has their own taste. That's the great thing about music, man.
If you look at my on repeat playlist right now, it's like Gordon Lightfoot, fucking oh god, a bunch of people. They'd be like, what is he listening to? Like,
it's
I don't know.
Lightfoot.
Old shit, old timey stuff, and Jizz in My Pants by The Lonely Island. That one made its way back into the playlist again. That's a classic.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster, Jizz in My Pants, and all of Gordon Lightfoot's catalog.
Kyle Bash comes on here sometimes, and then we sometimes invade him. Also, so, shout out to Bash.
Yes.
I don't know what else I know.
Shout out to Bash.
Trying to see something.
Hell yeah.
Because like, sorry, I'm like, I can't remember shit sometimes, especially when it's this late and I've been smoking. But to my point, yeah, like Forget Me Nots, More Than a Woman, Somebody's Watching Me, West End Girls, bunch of shit. Cannibal the Musical, Beatles, Pixies, all sorts of crazy shit. And then like there's some AXE and some other stuff sprinkled in there too. So
I couldn't even go into it. You just have to see my Spotify. My fucking playlist algorithm is all types of crazy because I'm a underground hip hop head and I listen to metal and rock and I don't know. The algorithm's nuts.
Father John Misty usually winds up in mine. And I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, that motherfucker can sing.
So I mean, I'm excited. So we know you're definitely performing at the Gathering this year, which I'm personally excited for, whether you're on a big stage or not. Will you play any of your new shit at the little Day Zero set?
Absolutely. I definitely got to give people a sneak peek of the new shit at the Day Zero set. And if that's the only time I'm performing, you're getting a fucking killer set. You're getting the set, as it would be.
Whole album performance.
I mean, I'll fucking do it. But yeah, man, I'm excited about that. Thank you for inviting me back to that and shit. I'm happy to be a part of it.
Trying to keep that alive every year, just a place for everybody to show love the first night on the grounds and have a good time and get to know each other and, do music. I know Killer by Nature did it last year. I'm pretty sure he'll do it again. There's a certain artist that already said they would do it, so I'm super excited that you're another one of them. You know what I mean? And you want to spray me with some fake blood or get some crazy shit going on, hit my DMs. I'll do some practice theatrics in the grass on the Gathering grounds.
Fuck yeah. No, yeah, I'm excited to see what happens with it this year, and it's awesome that that y'all are keeping doing it, because I remember when I started coming back to the gatherings as an adult, I always wanted more of that, like those parking lot parties or those like first night when everybody's still setting their shit up, like there's something to do, like, and it kind of means a lot that it's coming from the community. It's like, it's like, oh cool, if it was like a sanctioned, like, here, yeah, you can do it at this, it's like, yeah, cool, but the fact that y'all do it yourselves, that's fucking cooler, man. That's like, yeah, that's underground. That's some real shit. Fucking fuck the timeline. Fucking we're doing this shit. Day Zero, be there. Fucking don't gather, you don't matter.
I do hate that saying, if you don't gather, you don't matter, but like, it's kind of true, but when you're at the Gathering, if you're not at the Gathering and you're back at home and you're trying to message me during the Gathering, you don't matter right there at that point. I'm sorry.
Sorry,
I'm busy gathering.
No, yeah. It's just always
busy matter.
That is one thing I missed about Cave Rock, though. You had no phone service, so nobody was ever on their phones.
Kyle Roberts asked Lows and Loud stage. No, so last year, by the Juggalos and Recovery tent, we did a whole setup. There was artists playing from like midnight till 5 a.m., a gang of artists. And we're going to be trying to upgrade all the equipment, get some lighting, maybe get a projector screen so people can put like their visuals back there, some lights, some smoke, some better sound equipment. Because last year we had a very slim setup, and I'm trying to make it louder and better because this is something we're going to keep trying to do every year, just to show love and dedicate it to whoever it is, whatever it is for this the year it's in. This year we're going to try to show love to Luke's brother that passed away, and make this shit popping in memory of Pokey, and have a good time and do our thing. So,
and don't do like I did last year and smoke weed by the tent.
just don't smoke in the recovery tent. You can do it outside. Just don't come in the recovery tent.
Outside, right around the corner where the fucking click in my mind at that moment.
Yeah, I didn't think either, and I was doing pretty much the same thing.
No, everybody was. I even came out and like, yo, we don't care. Just don't bring the alcohol and drugs in the tent. Keep it outside because there's people in here that don't do anything at all. You know what I mean? Just like some of our members do smoke bud. We don't care. You know what I mean? But they respect the sobriety bubble, the little inside area. You know,
Exactly. It's a respect thing.
the day zeros to show love to the community, and and that's what it's about. It's not about juggalos in recovery. It's a show for the community. You know what I mean? That we just happen to have a giant space and put everything next to it and make it happen. So yeah.
Fucking fresh.
I disagree with you, Swill. I wouldn't say most juggalos hate G-Moski, dude. G-Moski's dope.
I bump G-Moski a couple times a week for sure. He's in my playlist. Lex is in my playlist. Sorry, they got bars. They got that up north battle rap style. And I grew up watching battle raps on YouTube and listening to battle raps when I'd bootleg it off fucking LimeWire and shit. Like I remember downloading the Cannabis and Raw Digga and Eminem battle rap when I was like fucking 12 years old. So, you know what I mean? Like, I like that shit. G-Mo's hard.
I think when I first heard G-Mo, I was like, okay, this dude is like, I first heard of him when he first got signed to MNE, and I was like, I saw his first couple music videos. I was like, okay, cool, he could rap. This motherfucker's cool.
Yeah,
he's talking about some nerdy shit. And that whole fucking
Team Backpack Cyphers.
That whole pull your resume bullshit happened, and I was too Team ICP at the time, and I immediately stopped paying attention, unfortunately. That shit has burned me so bad on so many artists, though. Like, back when I was younger, I didn't listen to Eminem. Or like Hobson with Tyler, the Creator. And I don't know why I let this shit get to me, and it's like, it's so stupid. I should just listen to an artist.
Did anybody stop bumping Esham? He did a whole diss on ICP. Come on now. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's happened with certain artists.
Yeah. I mean, people stopped listening to Twisted and shit. But then again, I haven't liked the Twisted album since the fucking Darkness. Jesus Christ. Like,
they didn't listen to him to begin with.
Man. Like, hey, everybody can have their opinions on them. I just wish they would, like, if they're trying to do this stupid rock shit, do Freak Show. Just keep doing Freak Show, because you had a great rock sound with that bullshit. And I'm talking in like bullshit, like I don't love it.
But doing this is how you evolve, though. You know what I mean? As an artist, like going out.
Sure, they can, but they've never done another album that sounded like that, and they really should have doubled down on that. Maybe not forever, because then we wouldn't have gotten other albums that I really liked. But I don't like the shit they're doing these days.
Glyph was dope.
I liked a couple songs off Glyph.
I need to touch back with the roots.
Yeah, man. It has been bumming me out that I haven't fallen in love with an album from my favorite artists in the last handful of years. I think I've listened to Yum Yum Bedlam twice all the way through.
Me too. About the same. But here's been my thing.
Cards, man.
I was in prison when the second deck started. All right, so the Tempest was like the last big one I heard. Then, like, when I was in prison, my wife went to the Bang Pow Boom tour. I was in prison from basically 07 to 2014. I got out for like 11 months in 08. So I missed most of that, but all those albums later on in life grew on me because of the lyrics in there. So they have a saying with like ICP, like each Joker card will hit you differently depending on what you got going on in life, right? True. So you just ain't in that spot to have that resonate yet. You know what I mean? But like, there was a time I hated like Fearless Fred Fury. Now I love it from front to back. You know, same with Bang Pow Boom. Love it to front to back now. But when I first heard it, it took time for me to grow on it, and then it took longer to have lyrics that resonate, you know.
No, I can dig that. I really loved Bang Pow Boom and Mighty Death Pop when they came out, because I was like fucking 15 when that shit dropped, I think. And and I was still really digging the shit. I kind of fell off with Lost, honestly, and took me a minute to come back and really like those two albums. I was fully fucking back with it when Fear and Fury came out. I was so excited for that album, and I loved it the first time I heard it, and I still like that album a lot. And I was even going through a fucking toxic relationship when Yum Yum dropped, so I'm like, I should have resonated with it more. Like the Don't Touch That Flower and a couple other tracks, I certainly do. I love the intro. I think Carnival of Lights is my favorite track on it, but it didn't hit me. And Twisted ain't hit me, and a lot of people ain't fucking hit me, so I don't know what it is. That's why I'm listening to fucking Gordon Lightfoot.
I don't know. Every King of ISO drop that hits be hitting me right now. Like King of ISO's in my like top 10. You know, that's nice.
Yeah, he's fucking fresh.
Every Jaron Benton drop hits me. I'm sorry, Jared Benton does not release a bad song. I
gotta get back into him, man. I fucking fuck with Jaron Benton a lot.
Well, he was on my mind because he brought up the Team Backpack Ciphers, and I loved the Team Backpack Ciphers. Oh my god! And Jared Benton,
Jason Porter.
Yeah, Jason Porter.
What was that?
I want to see a song with King ISO and NGS.
Oh my gosh, that would be fantastic. I really love that Jim Carrey song of his and the Odysseus. Like, I know there were two popular songs, but like I fucking dude, I fuck with that shit so much. I got to see him recently, and it was a very dope show. Can I tell a quick Jaron Benton story?
Fuck yeah.
I was like a handful of years ago. I think it was 2019 because it was before COVID.
Stories.
Hell yeah. Chris Webby came through and did a show, and Jaron Benton was opening for it. And I had no clue who the fuck Chris Webby was, but I knew who Jaron Benton was, and I was like so excited to see him. And I managed to get a VIP ticket from this person who worked at a bar that I went to a lot, Chiba Hut, actually. And then I started working there later. But before then, a friend hooked me up with a ticket, and I went, and I didn't even know where the VIP section was because I just don't know shit. And I just went to the front barricade, sat through all the openers, and I was just getting tired. I'm just leaning up on the thing. And then Jaron Benton comes on, and I fucking to fucking 10. I'm just like hyped as shit, and I'm just rocking out. And then he points at me and he goes, "Come up here." And I hopped the fucking barricade, and I'd never done this before ever. This is the first time I ever done some shit. And he's like, "You ever done a crowd surf before?" I'm like, "No." And he's like, "Well, you're about to." And he's like, "When I tell you to, you jump." And he starts playing a Kendrick Lamar song, the If Pyrus and Crips all got along. And I'm like, oh my God, I know when to jump. And I jumped and did the crowd surf, and it was so fucking fresh. And Jaron Benton just saw me rocking out and pulled me up to do that. And it was so cool. And then he again went and pulled up more people. He was like, "I need a couple people up here to come up." And I was like, "Come on." And like one of the stagehands was like, "Yeah, come up here." And then we were all fucking rocking out and shit. And then like I got to like say what up to him afterwards at his merch booth and just be like, "Yo, like I fucking love your music." That fucking song, The Silence, that he did, like,
oh man, I love that song. That thing brought me tears when I first heard it. Like he can provoke some tears in me. That song, The Silence.
That I spent like there was one night where I just listened to that song over and over, and it was just getting to me. And like
I had a few drunken nights like that.
Yeah, like I just loved it. So like I got to say what up to him and stuff, and like that was so long ago. And it was just, it's always stuck with me because it was the first time I ever crowd surfed, and it was because of him. He just saw me rocking out to his shit because I was just such a big fan of Jaron Benton at the time. And I really got to get back into his music. It's just been a minute since I listened to it.
Oh man, I've been listening to him nonstop since then, and it's nothing but bangers. And like his first two albums were probably the craziest shit he did. Freebasing with Kevin Bacon. Dude, I think that was the one of them. And then what My Grandma's Basement, those two tapes right there was like his craziest off the wall shit. But he hasn't not dropped a banger since then, man. He's gotten kind of more singish and rockish in some of his new shit, which is pretty dope.
Yeah, so he did like, didn't he do like a album where he was like
he redid the Nirvana Smells Like Teen Spirit. That shit.
He did that, and he did like a Manson song and a couple other songs, I think. And I thought that was a very interesting thing that he was doing. I was like, okay, fucking get it, dude. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's a guy I'd love to collaborate with someday. Like that, fuck, dude, I would love to do a Jaron Benton
I can
track.
see him talking about doing drugs and eating somebody and going crazy with a song with you.
Hell
I can
yeah.
see him doing it because that's definitely in his cup of tea. That what he does.
Damn, I swear you're gonna have me spinning some Jaron Benton this week for sure. I gotta listen to that Kevin Bacon album again, man. That half ounce quarter pound. I used to play that song so fucking much. Like before I even smoked weed, I loved that fucking song. God damn.
I don't know. I'm just a hip hop nerd, so I listen to all that shit. Jaron Benton's always been one of my favorites in that battle rap style, up north style shit he's doing. His lyricism's fucking amazing.
Oh yeah.
He'll probably be back to the Gathering in 2025. That would be dope.
Dude,
He's a
I hope
legendary
so.
act.
For real, man. I try to think. I'm like, who the fuck are they gonna bring at this point? That you know,
Dude, I've been
a lot
looking.
of bridges.
I've been looking through a lot of past Gathering lineups. There's just too many possibilities without them having.
That would be dope.
Without having 4 stages. They would literally need 4 stages to, and you wouldn't catch every show to like bring back the amount of legends they've had come through that are still rapping. You know what I mean?
I kind of want one like that though, where it's like I have to pick, like, because sometimes it's like, ah, shit, I don't really want to know any of these people right now. Huh? Cave and Rock? Yeah, for real. Yeah, because I went to 2 of them, and that one was just packed with motherfuckers that it was like, holy shit. But yeah, man, like I want to. Who was I thinking? Oh, Bloodhound Gang. I fucking love Bloodhound Gang, and I kept seeing some post about them possibly coming back together. I don't know if it's real or bullshit, but I was like, dude, please come back and do a tour. I've always wanted to see Bloodhound Gang, and I'm like, dude, if you went to the Gathering, I would die a happy man. I would love to see Bloodhound Gang at the fucking Gathering, dude. CKY at the Gathering was fresh. The Bee Gees. More than a woman to be. Yeah, Jimmy Pop is underrated as a lyricist. Actually, like he's actually pretty fucking clever. There's some triple entendres in those fucking songs.
I mean, the Bloodhound Gang has played the Gathering, so it could be very possible.
You know, I want Bloodhound Gang, Prof, Cage, Morris Day in the Time. I want Tech 9 and Calico.
That would be amazing.
Give me both of them together, please.
Just as
Redman, all
Hops,
Bone Thugs.
Ooh. Oh yeah,
Hobson and Jaron Benton doing some of their songs together. Like
this
Gathering, if some
reunion,
if some of these artists can just show up and do some shit together, like for old time's sake, would be amazing. In my opinion, just saying.
You know, it
would be.
I want the thing that some people want, some people don't, but it's never gonna happen. Which is like, I just want to reunion.
Me too.
I want
everybody wants it, man. Even if
everybody, and like.
Even if they don't say it out loud, if magically Lotus popped out and it was supposed to be ICP or Psychopathic Riders popped out, everybody would go, "Holy shit!"
Dude, I wish it was all kayfabe. I wish it was all like an act, and then they're just gonna drop the best reveal, and it'll piss people off. It'll not piss people off. Like so did the 6th. Who cares? But I don't think it'll ever happen. But I just miss when there was unity amongst the underground and all these people work together and make music. I see like Prozac's Tale from the Sick. That album where it has everybody on it from the underground at the time. And I'm like, why we're missing out on so much good fucking music and collaborations and festivals, which I never think about enough, but it's like, what about the Float? What about Gorefest? What about Camp Zool? It's like, if you want to see all these motherfuckers, they're going to go somewhere else. The reunions are going to be happening somewhere else and all the collaboration and shit. Cause if ICP burnt too many bridges, we all miss out on shit. And it's sad. I just want to have a fun time. And I know people bitch on people for gathering for the lineup. I'm sorry. I like music. I want to have fun listening to music too at the same time and hanging with people and shit. I'm an artist too, man. I want the fucking music to be good. God damn it.
I don't gather for the music, but I'll still bitch about the lineup because fuck. I mean, I'm listening to it. I love the music.
Yeah. There was a couple people when I was just chilling at the campsite and I was like, who the fuck is this? And it's like, I'm not super invested in it, but it's like, yeah, it sets the atmosphere, you know?
I don't know. Every lineup I've seen over the years always has a bunch of people I want to see. So you know what I mean?
Don't get me wrong.
I just only kick myself in the ass for being an addict and a criminal and not being able to gather during the family era before everything went how it was. Because, like, I've never seen Lotus. I've never seen any of the super groups live. Never. I mean, Certified Psychos Tour. I seen Lotus Light. You know what I mean?
Right.
Which Partial Riders. Like, it was cool, but it's not the same.
I know it's not. But that fucking Lotus set, dog, I felt the power of the fucking Dark Carnival again. I don't give a fuck how nerdy people want to say I am about that shit. Screaming Lotus with all the other juggalos as an adult. Christ, dude, man, that shit was so fucking fresh. Like, I know it's Lotus Light, whatever. Fuck it. I miss the music. I love the music. I can still put on Dark Lotus and sing every word, just like everybody else can, because the shit stood the test of time, in my opinion. And if anybody wants to do one of those weird hybrid like juggalos playing the Dark Lotus sets, I'll take a crack at playing Jamie Madrox or Monoxide Child, because I got a pretty damn good memory and I feel like I could do a decent job. What, Horror did that one year? He tried to put together like a Dark Lotus.
I think
like
so.
They were gonna do.
No, that wasn't that Reno Riders.
Maybe. I can't remember who did it, but somebody was doing a thing. Maybe Horror was just a part of it, but because I remember his name on it. But everybody was going to be doing. Yeah, you were playing one of the ICP or Twisted or Blaze or Mars or ABK. Juggalos are funny. I'm a juggalo to the fucking fullest. Juggalos are funny. I love seeing people argue about Mars and ABK. It's like, guys, just who cares? Who fucking cares? Mars was good on the first one. ABK's good on Black Rain.
I like both of the albums.
Sure. I like them too. I like them too. But it's like, yeah, he's not as good as Mars was. That's okay. He's fine on Black Rain. I fucking love when he kicks off Black Rain. Like, I could see the earth starting to shift. I fucking get pumped. Everybody can eat my dick.
Mars.
Oh, sure. Mars on Tales from the Lotus Pod.
Do you know ABK released a solo album as Sawed Off from Riders? Yeah, he has a whole album that's just under Sawed Off. Yeah. That was pretty good. I found that in the past couple years. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Native Funk, Sawed Off, ABK.
Yeah.
Drive by.
Triple Threat.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I want more of that good shit too. Like, I tried listening to the new House of Crazies album because I was expecting like, okay, cool. Like, I know what to expect from House of Crazies. I think it's hip hop, it's Halloween, it's fucking time, and nothing. I haven't like replayed one fucking song from that album. It bums me out.
I wasn't as thrilled with that album, but the Blaze, the Blockwork Morgue album that shit was fucking hard, front to back.
I gotta listen to that one. Who was he collabing with on that? Was that Buckshot?
Yes, Blockwork Morgue, him and Buckshot. That whole album went in. Yeah.
I want to give that a listen. I love Blaze, man. I still fuck with Blaze.
I mean, he was always like the gangster one of the label. You know, he brought the Tupac type of Biggie Smalls gangster type vibe to the scene with everything he dropped. I always fucked with it.
It's like, see, my nerdy ass when I was a kid, I liked it. I liked everybody's like little gimmick. It's like you got the wicked clowns, the fucking pair of serial killers, Twisted, and you got the gangster who's a dead guy, and then you got the Native American like hatchet warrior, like that. And shit.
Then you have a scarecrow,
and then a scarecrow.
Yeah, a Southern Georgia hillbilly scarecrow.
You know, man, they had to break ground with that because, you know, when I first heard of that, I was like, really? You know, when you're hearing like "fuck your rebel flag" and like "fuck the South" and all this shit, and I'm like, whoa, they got a fucking dude kind of doing country shit. I'm
Well,
like, they gotta show love to the southern juggalos. There's enough of them and shit.
It wasn't too
They're
much
out
of
there.
fuck the South. It was fuck hillbillies and rednecks and the Confederate flag. I'm from the South.
Oh,
It was
come on,
never
I
too
know.
much fuck the South. You know what I mean? So when Boondocks came out with the Southern twang in his voice, I was like, I can fuck with this. And then I started digging in. And that's when I found this shit he did as Turncoat Dirty with Southern Hustlers Incorporated. I still listen to it on my YouTube because it's the only way you can find it. That's some of his hardest shit to date. I'm sorry to tell you. He was straight gangster rap, not Southern sounding at all. And his shit fucking
I fucked
hard.
with Boondocks. I never heard. I need to dig more about Turncoat Dirty. I'll be real.
I will send you all that SHI shit, which brought him light to Psychopathic before he was signed. He was a fucking lyrical monster, and it was straight gangster Southern shit.
Because I loved his first three on Psychopathic: The Harvest, Pumpkinhead, and Crimson Creek.
Boots and Elbows. Oh my god, that song by him, fucking as Turncoat Dirty. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, like, I honestly thought it was dope because it's like, I don't know, you know, you have all these like Detroit cats, but then they had somebody from somewhere else. I'm like, oh, cool, that's fresh. You know, I don't know. And he had a theme, and he had his face painted. I'm still a sucker for shit like that. It's cool to me.
Same here, man. Same here. I fall for it every time. If somebody's got a dope gimmick, you know, like if it's not overboard either, you know, because it hits a point where it's fucking corny sometimes. But I fall for that shit.
Believe me, as somebody who paints his face when he performs, I 100% know how I run the risk of looking corny as fuck and how that can come off, especially with juggalos. Not even to mention just like other people, like just like locals and shit that are just coming to see a show and they're like, what the fuck is this guy? But they fucking remember me, that's for sure, because I look different.
Shit and like Clockwork and just really anybody that actually bothers to like incorporate some story or, you know, like adds a gimmick and actually does it right, I fuck with almost instantly. I don't know why, but like if you're doing something like that, I don't know. I just like when motherfuckers are creative, and past that just comes down to like which songs I fuck with.
Yeah.
Hey, D, on Blackwater, which one would you recommend?
Which one? What?
Turncoat Dirty.
On Blackwater?
On which one?
Blackwater.
Which song on Blackwater?
I couldn't tell you it. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head a track name off of that album.
Play the fifth one in.
I sent you that link to the YouTube page that has all his old original shit on it from Shy.
Put my faith in the Rugers and Benellis. Hail Mary, all abusers get Fiakis through their bellies. Burn intestines in the jelly. When that spray come out the toaster, they survive it. I am ready with that code inside the holster. There's no redemption for the scum of the earth. Nobody's saving all these bitches like they come in the church. I'm on the job and punching clocks about to come with the work. You gonna find them in the box if I get done with them first. Nah, it ain't no games on putting ghosts in the grave. It's straight to hell and there ain't no passing go. And if your name is on the shell, then holding your ass and know it. More journals, everyone gotta let them know. I got plenty rounds to go around and I'ma let them go. More journal, take two. It's a massacre, them bastards wanna hurt. I'm about to give them what they asking for. We got a problem with them here to resolve. With this dirty lined up in the column. Lined up in a column. Y'all don't hear me, let me turn up the volume. I got homies, motherfucker, we mobbing. Motherfucker, we mobbing. Motherfucker, Motherfucker, we mobbing. Motherfucker, we mobbing. They don't know these suckers, I ain't giving no sympathy. So fuck them if they suffer, they ain't getting this shit from me. No patience or complacency if you feed on the innocent. No need for conversation, I ain't giving no benefit. To turn dirty and I'm back with a vengeance. And this shit ain't gonna be pretty if I'm passing the sentence. So I'm hoping that you heard me if your ass in attendance. Cause you sooner gonna be burning soaked in gas when I'm finished. Like the Punisher, I'm brain castle and bastards. Turn they asses in the ass. Don't need to hassle the pastor. Put them all out the pasture. Have them feeding the cows. Send them up with the rapture. Now they seeding the clouds. War journals, everyone gotta let them know. I got many rounds to go around and I'ma let them go. War journal, take two. It's a massacre. Them bastards wanna hurt. I'm about to give them what they asking for. We got a problem with them here to resolve them. With this dirty lined up in the column. Lined up in a column. Y'all don't hear me, let me turn up the volume.
That was tight. I definitely could stand to listen to some more Boondocks. I got to open for Boondocks once. It was pretty fucking cool. Him and Rehab came through town, and I got to be on that. And I love being able to open for artists that I look up to and have listened to for a long time and shit. It's one of the coolest things over the last couple of years. I've like checked off damn near everybody. Aside from like an official ICP opening, like I've gotten so many people and that I've wanted like on my bucket list of shit, and that's fucking fresh. And Boondocks was one of them. So hell yeah.
You should play that Boots and Elbows I sent you singly. This is like his original like shit.
I'm gonna have to dip out for the night.
All right, Luke.
What is it?
Whoa.
Hey, good seeing you, homie. Have a great rest of your evening.
12:18.
Love you guys.
Love you too.
Much love.
Love you too, bro.
Whoop whoop.
Whoa, whoa.
I got 11:18 over here. I could probably do another 10 minutes or so and bounce at 11:30.
I'm on the East Coast and my wife just got home, so I'm gonna bounce probably around 12:30 to
Hell yeah.
eat some pizza, watch
want
some
me to
comedy.
play,
Boots and Elbows.
Boots and Elbows.
Yeah, that was always one of my favorite ones. It made me fall in love with Boondocks. Hearing that, I had this homie. He was from Worcester, and he gave me the Boondocks, all his stuff, this whole mixtape of all his stuff, pre-psychopathic, and that song was always one of my favorites.
Hell yeah.
I sent you a links where it's just that track and not the whole 20 songs that are saved on Messenger.
How you like that? Unfinished, bitch. I went from happy to happy habits of stacking cabbage. Rolling habits while these rappers be acting like they the baddest. Got 'em. I come from the flip of my acting product. And I just jack 'em, hit 'em with automatics. Stick 'em just like a cactus, leave a thorn in their side. See 'em worshiping they wrist like they was born in their ride. Like they testing my pride like the player was 65. Hold this grind all the time, 365. See the thunder in my eyes, see me watching these fools. Mr. Naka, drop before you rockin' you do. See you got the drop top, covered in 22.
I think the second verse is Boondocks.
I hit 'em home where I drop bumps and elbows. I hit 'em home where I drop bumps and elbows. Bumps and elbows. Bumps and elbows. I hit 'em home where I drop bumps and elbows. I hit 'em home where I drop bumps and elbows. I hit 'em home where I drop bumps and elbows. Bumps and elbows. Bumps and elbows. I hit 'em home. Never being a lie, I keep you right in the sides of my barrel. Aiming at your Nike apparel. Now how you vision of terrorism, beat 'em with heroin. The trench coat mafia, and hope God's watching you. Like a slingshot, when that thing pop, he gon' knock you out your tank top. Stacking bank, selling crank, got these things fine crack. Put your hands on my chains, put my shank in your back. I don't wanna have to kill you, but I kill you for my thriller. I'm a gorilla, kiss around my nickel-plated 9mm. Blocking gets as hot as a pot of gumbo. You get shot and took it out for your powder bundle. I've been fun since day one, son. I spray guns with your hate gun before you take one to your face. In case you haven't heard, my blaze on. You get what you deserve, and you deserve
I mean, you literally, and all his old shit, you can hardly tell it's him.
And you said that was Boondocks?
Turncoat Dirty, his original shit like 20 years ago, is him and a couple dudes on Southern Hustlers Inc. That was their whole sound. This is before he went that whole country. That gimmick was not his original thing. That is his original thing. Straight gangster shit, bro. Whole different vibe. And you can tell it's 20 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Man. Yeah.
Well, let's see. I was like
MySpace
I was
era.
18, 19 when I first heard that, and it was already been out, and I'm 36. So yeah, MySpace era for sure. That was my favorite era of juggaloism. Sorry to tell you, everybody had their own private you knew it was juggalo when you went to the page. You had your playlist, you had all your artists you fucked with, you had the background. You didn't have to talk to get to know somebody too much. You just went to their page. You could tell what's up before you even started like fucking with people.
The Hatchet Man just raining down and shit, all that stuff.
I still can get into my MySpace. It's just not a lot of the same shit's active.
I hope they deleted mine. I hope. It was so cringe. I think I tried looking it up once or twice, and I was like, "Thank God I can't find it." Because
you look more like a Vampire Freaks kid.
No.
It was a different social media site full of juggalos, and it was like goth. It was goth juggalos, like Trip Pinch juggalos, people in the metal and juggalo shit. They were all over that site too.
I certainly fuck with the look. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But for sure, go ahead and plug your stuff. Let everybody know where to find your shit.
Yes, sir. My name is NGS. I am the next gen sickness. I'm your faithful no good sinner. I'm Mr. Never Gonna Stop because I'm NGS for life. Right there, that's how you spell it. I know there's no E, but it's NGS for life. Anywhere that you can type that, be it SoundCloud, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, that's pretty much it. Maybe on PlayStation and Xbox as well. Wherever you can type the shit, you can find me. That's where you'll find me. YouTube, got my music video Fear Food on there. Single from the upcoming EP, the Fear Food EP, coming sometime in the spring, and it's gonna be dope. You're gonna love it. I fucking hope. More music videos coming, more shows on the way for sure. I'm considering dabbling with some fucking YouTube stuff myself. I don't know if I'm gonna try doing like a live stream show or anything like that, but I've considered dabbling with doing like essays and shit on movies and stuff, because I love movies and I want to talk movies. So maybe some YouTube stuff down the way too, but primarily the music, because the music is important. So catch me whenever I post a show. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook. I try to drop all the info over there, whether it's on my stories or on posts. That's where you'll find the news about me and where I'm going to be. My link tree is, you guessed it, Linktree NGS for life. Just fucking do it. Everywhere you can type it. I have a merch store too. It's probably ngsforlife.bigcartel.com. Just go buy some shit. Go support me so I can keep doing the cool shit and supporting the community with my music. And yeah, so yeah, go. Yeah, I'm NGS. Hi. This is good. Thank you guys for having me on. It's good to be back and doing a little bit of stepping back into doing live streams and shit with people. It's fun. I kind of miss talking with cats. So thank you guys.
I thought NGS was never going to stream again, but here you are, and this has been a very fun stream.
I agree. Thank you very much for having me.
I'm glad to be had by Lee. He's the man. So
shit.
Fuck yeah, yo.
Yeah.
All right. Sure, yeah. But yeah, you're welcome anytime. Come on whenever you want.
Absolutely. I appreciate the invites, man. Yeah, when I got time, I can definitely try to hop back and keep it up with the dope interviews and shit, man. I know you can get them on lock and stuff. So excited to see where y'all keep taking this shit. It's cool to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Tomorrow I am doing I don't know, I'm gonna push for 6 hours. That's a long time. But a childhood homie of mine passed, and I'm putting together like a fundraiser for his kids. Like half the money will go to his kids and the other half will go towards his funeral expenses and stuff. Running a fundraiser. It's tomorrow at 6 p.m. So tune in. Whoever knew him in real life, you're more than welcome to come on and tell some stories. If you want, you don't have to be on camera. You can just use your audio if you want to go that route. But yeah, that's happening tomorrow. So hopefully that'll turn out good for his family and shit.
Hell yeah, man.
Other than that, you guys have a good night and stay safe.
Hell yeah. Send me that flyer so I can do some spamming.
For sure.
Bet that up.
Have a great night, y'all. Whoop whoop.
Whoop, whoop.